I guess my save didn't get popped over.
Neo San Francisco, 2064 AD. The world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology. Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to Parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines. Organizations, like the Human Revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human. High above the rising tension below, a Parallax engineer has blurred the line even further. And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered forever.
Do I have to click? I don't remember. No, it's gonna fade out. That's new. Let me just pop out the chat, I forgot. There we go. Alright. Whew. No, another thing. Home sweet home. Okay, maybe not so sweet. Musty might be a better descriptor. Alright. I thought I could... Oh, there it is. Look at it. Video screen on the front says, mustard, half full, spoiled milk, 10 days past expired. Give me that spoiled milk, though. I opened the fridge to see a bottle of mustard and a carton of spoiled milk, which developed an odor. Maybe the spoiled milk has one more good day on it. Maybe. Take the fucking milk! It's important. You don't know exactly what that is, only that it seems to be growing day by day. Maybe you should clean your fucking sink. Running water might just make it worse. Talk to sink. You ask the blob in the sink not to lighter, but it bubbles up at you. No way. You can't possibly imagine the indescribable, inhumane horrors you're about to unleash onto the world. Or the stank. Pair of GX Ultra Beats headphones, the ultimate in budget audio. You'd better try them so you can start crafting your review. Headphones added to items. I gotta do a product review. They're smart headphones, so you should be able to use them with some things laying around your apartment. Those damn headphones. This page is blank. All of it. Useless. Well, alright. Let's try this one. All blank. There's nothing here to read or hear. You touch the poster and YMO begins playing in your ears. How fancy. Hi, Amy. Let's listen to the coffee. Careful, these are a review copy. GX probably wouldn't appreciate them coming back covered in coffee. I mean, you said I could listen to anything. Let's listen to this sad plant. No, don't listen. It's not a good vibe. Please. Alright, let's listen to the book. You scan the book with your finger, and the audio file begins to play. Good voice acting. Okay, that should be enough testing for the headphones review. Your accountability remains intact right away. Look at Lappy. Ah, good old Lappy. It may not be the most powerful, or the fastest, or have the best screen, but, well, it works! Let's look at our sad plant. This plant is in pretty bad shape. Isn't this supposed to be one of the easier plants to take care of? Careful, the poor thing is more fragile than a snowflake. Talk to plant. They say plants react positively to conversation, but this poor thing might be too far gone already. Talk to the plant. Alright, let's actually do our work. Lappy is a bit of a relic. He sure is. You have an article due tonight. Better finish it before bed. This is Lips Live, the premier online video network. This app is like a mesh of all active streams. Your inbox. A hell so terrifying, so specific, so personal that no other living thing should dare enter. Luckily, you're the only person with a password. What do we got? Porn in there? Hello? Spam mail, scam mail, bill, work mail, weekly update, invitation, promotional mail, and rent mail. Hey there, I'm the lead editor for WTF Sounds, formerly OMG Sounds. We're a new and up-and-coming audio review feed looking for hot talent who need a platform for their work. We'd love to feature any product reviews you'd like to do for us. We'd be able to give you some great exposure, and if we like your stuff, could possibly throw some creds your way. Don't they know people die of exposure? An invite to come see the lighting ceremony of the Christmas tree downtown from your friends at Dr. Tricia Lay, DDS. Why would your dentist invite you to a lighting ceremony? Feels like a trap. Probably a trap. Exposure. Exactly. Exactly. Weekly update. This is your weekly update from Vintage Tech, your #1 source of classic technology. Popular pieces this week: The King of Click, a retrospective on the classic model and keyboard. Unsubscribe from newsletter. Request denied. Subscription cannot be modified. Fuck you! No! That's like a scam mail. Hello there, I am Princess Emma Thomas. Yes, the Princess Emma, heiress to the digital empire of the horse fortune. Horse? These are new, like I don't remember these. I write you today as I need your help to secure my great fortune. You see, it has become frozen and I need to transfer it to at least 5 different accounts or the World Bank will seize my credits, amounting in 420,194.1 credits. Please, if you could send your personal credit ID marker to me immediately so that I can send you your 20% of the fortune. I'll only require that you send half back upon receipt of the funds. You may keep the rest of that money. The best part, there's literally nothing that can go wrong. So grab yourself some Vegemite and welcome to the Queendom. What is this email? I guess it's a Australian flavored email even. Get cheap crash. Only 99 creds for 30-day supply of 212 stims? Okay, well. Rent mail. According to this email, your rent is nearly due. Better get that article submitted soon. Speaking of, my credit card bill is very close to being due. A coupon for... There it is. A coupon for Hassie, or for 5 credits back on Hassie Infinity. A Hassie Infinity has all your daily calories with another nutritional value, like the opposite of a diet version. Click back button. Journalogic isn't the fanciest program, but it's the only word editor that still gets updates for a machine as old as yours. Okay, today is Neo SF's most beloved morning show that all news and morning show all about news and entertainment. People in Neo, Oklahoma are still confused by the name. Neo, Oklahoma. This is the show's online newspaper called the Scanline OK Today. It is usually all about the feel-good news, but it does focus on serious current events at times as well. Okay. Other outlets like The Odd Man and I tend to always focus on the news no one cares about. You know, facts. Oh boy. Oh boy. A current events article. Story about the human revolution. I don't want to click on Charlie Nova. A story about our hometown, Neo's SF 49ers. A story about a broken down Froyo stand. See, I've already done that stuff, so I don't want to go through the throat work of doing that. All right, time to get work out of the way. Let's do this. Selling your soul, bit by bit, character by character. Finished. Now to send it off to the editor. There, your big break. Surely your glowing review of GX Ultra Beats is your ticket out of poverty and into a book deal. Surely. Work is finally out of the way. Time for bed. Or you could read some OK Today and catch up on some news before you sleep. I mean, I could, but will I? Probably not. Fuck it. Let's go. Click. Human Revolution remains vigilant in #StayHuman protests in Upper Market. December 19th, the Human Revolution is on day 10 of their protesting outside various Genus clinics around the city, including those in the East Bay and down the peninsula. Genus, the gene splicing treatment facility, has been met with much controversy since the organization reached mainstream exposure over the last few years. Genus employee Mort Crane spoke to OK Today exclusively. According to him, most Genus workers are up in arms, claiming that they're being terrorized in their own city. We're here to help people who need gene therapy for their own personal reasons, whatever they are, said Crane. Individual rights have always been of paramount importance to us, he continued, and we believe that our customers have the right to live as they please or require. The Human Revolution stands behind their claim that Genus is diluting the human experience by providing hybrids with gene splicing treatments. The group feels that the goals stated by Genas, in addition to newer cybernetic technology, are warping humanity into a very scary dark future. They're playing God in the most senseless of ways. We were born human. Who are we to mess with our genes and start turning everybody into who knows what, said one protester who asked to remain anonymous. It's ridiculous and scary. It's not human. More information to follow as the story develops late into the holiday 2064 season. June Valmarana, okay today.
Hey, it's Charlie,
Oh,
Nova,
God.
host of Star in the Stratosphere, and tonight in the stars, join Ryan V. Josio and the Hassy Boys for our 10th annual TMI New Year's Eve special, where I'll interview some of the hottest celebrities and find out what their plans are for 2065. Tune in or join us live at Union Square for the big show, starting at 10 p.m.
Okay. See, here's some of the voice acting. Sports article. The USF 49ers quest for 10 is back on. Sunday's big game at New Candlestick brings an important question to everyone's mind. Can the 49ers punch their ticket to the playoffs and bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Neo San Francisco? It would mark the first win since the move to New Candlestick after almost 50-year hiatus from the city. Since returning, they've had disappointing losses to the New York Giants and the Mexico City Luchadors. They've brought on a fresh coach, but controversy surrounds their new quarterback, Patricia Lopez, as some vocal sports fans continue to accuse her of having illegal cybernetic enhancements. Certain modifications of implants are banned by the league, but their official reports state their repeated investigations into Lopez found no evidence of substance to substantiate these rumors. It's relevant to point out that Lopez is the first woman to ever be a quarterback in a major football team. The 49ers look to reclaim their top spot since their last win with their Super Bowl LXXIX victory over the Tokyo Titans. Sunday's game is a rubber match, and the winner secures a spot in the playoffs between our Neo SF 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. It'll be a close game to say the least. Catch Sunday's results here first for all things everything. I'm Jude Valmarama. Okay today. Did they work this poor woman to the bone? Is that what's going on? Golden Gate Park vandalism. Reports show that local foodie booth JJ's Froyo stand was destroyed last night in what appears to be another case of a rogue ROM committing an act of vandalism. The cart was evidently attacked and damaged by a large ROM that had no shell. Witnesses state the alleged perpetrator has been randomly appearing at night before lumbering back into the nearby trees on the western side of the park. This is the first case of a ROM being reported to live on its own in the wild as a stray. Police say that tracking down a potential owner of the ROM is likely impossible. Some speculate that the strange ROM may have been framed by vandals who set their crime deliberately to make it appear to have been carried out by the ROM, rogue or under orders. OK Today reached out to Parallax for comment, and they assured us that the rogue ROM is purely a myth that tends to pop up conveniently when low-revenue businesses have the urge to file an insurance claim. Parallax did not appreciate the reports of vandalism being attributed to their models. Is this wild ROM the real deal? Or could it be a fairy tale created by those looking to make a quick buck? Or perhaps there's something else to be gained. Ooh. More as this story progresses. Mel Hopkins, OK Today. Hey, there's another contributor for once. Alright, I'm getting out of here before I get sucked back into the news reading. Log out. Go to bed. Talk to the bed. This bed only chats back when you're asleep. When you're sleep talking. It's not the most well-designed function. There you go. Go to sleep. Oh boy! Here comes my baby. Oh my god.
Ah, good. You're finally awake.
What a cute voice.
I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. It seems rather inconvenient.
Oh my god, Turing's voice is really cute.
Are you significantly opposed to cybernetic augments?
What? How did you get into my apartment? What the hecky? How'd you get in my apartment?
I came in through the door, of course. The cryptographic algorithms it uses are actually quite atrocious. It only took me 17 trillion clock cycles to break your entry code. It looks rather imposing, but it's actually a knockoff of the SecuGate M/14723-B.
17 trillion? SecuGate him for what? I knew my landlord full of it when he said it was the best.
Don't feel too bad.
Oh, I feel bad, Turing.
I actually cheated a bit when I cross-referenced likely numeric combinations against the stored personal data on you. I'm not certain why you picked the birthday of your first dog, but it would be sufficiently obscure to defeat most casual attempts to enter. Frankly, I felt a little silly that I took the time to do all that once I noticed that the lock on your window is broken. And that you left it open.
My dog's
I
birthday.
know a lot of things. Honestly, it would have taken me longer if I had to enter the codes manually, but it was trivial to slice through the door's firewall and try against the stored data directly. I would suggest investing in an Insect Model 1355 automatic security door. The 1385 is newer, but I find the added attack vector introduced by the integrated voice commands isn't worth the convenience. The 1355 also has 300 5-star reviews on Congo.
Wow.
Yes, I attempted to repair it, but it uses a proprietary bolt head I am not equipped to remove. I took the liberty of filing a maintenance request with your building superintendent.
Turing is a good bean.
Considering the speed at which he has historically worked, I estimate it will take him 16 working days to complete the repair. Not quite to my standards.
Hold on, what are you doing in my apartment?
Oh, I hope you don't
Quilt!
mind. While you were
No.
asleep, I had some spare time on my
Quilt!
hands, so I reorganized your records and entertainment media using BISAC.
Quilt! Hi, Quilty. Quilt. Quilt, come here. She is ignoring me. Quilt.
Once
BISAC.
that was done, I found the cleanliness of your living and workspace to be suboptimal conditions for the long-term performance of my micro-actuators. So I took the liberty of cleaning the place up a bit. As you awoke, I was attempting to interface and make performance adjustments to your personal computer, but I've run into a bit of a snag.
Can you put away the... Oh. Can you put away the thing?
Good night.
Good night, love you. Mankey!
Unfortunately, your motherboard seems to have had a critical failure while I was attempting to remove some particularly nasty malware.
I was propping up all of my functions with that.
An electrical surge caused significant damage to several other components as well. I would consider it no great loss, though.
No!
Why were you using that dinosaur to begin with?
Because I'm poor!
Don't fret! I did manage to back up your data drive's contents on my storage before the crash. Additionally, I am willing to serve as your personal computer until you can procure a replacement or provide the parts necessary for me to make the repairs. It is the least I can do.
That's nice, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
I'm sorry. sorry. I wasn't trying to engage you in any sort of subterfuge, but I tend to ramble on a bit when I'm nervous. I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never actually spoken to another person besides Hayden, until now.
This is so cute. Hayden? You know Hayden Weber?
Well, saying I know Hayden is putting it simply, but yes.
I haven't seen Hayden in over a year. Where is he?
I don't really know. That's why I'm here. Help me. You aren't quite my only hope, but you're certainly the most statistically supported.
Slow down, just start from the beginning. What makes you believe that?
I ran an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book. Based on the combined deductions of personal profile, directness of connection to Hayden, occupational skill, and probable motive, you were the candidate most likely to both be able and willing to help me. And the one least likely to be suspected of doing so.
I never looked for a missing person, but I could try. Why should I get involved? I haven't seen Hayden in forever.
The numbers don't lie about your investigative skills, but I will admit your total lack of recent successes is worrisome.
We'll see about that.
Don't worry, if Hayden trusted you, I trust you. You're strong-willed and capable. If anything, it's worth trying for Hayden. Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some persons unknown to me. He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape. I crawled out of a window, and after some deliberation, hurried here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left.
Why would they want Hayden?
He is one of the top researchers at Parallax, but there's no way that alone would be enough to get him kidnapped. I suspect it has to do with me.
Who are you, anyway, and what do you have to do with this?
Ah, excuse me. I forgot to introduce myself. I've never had the pleasure of doing so before. I am Turing. I know this must sound quite unflattering, but I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments. He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I am a personal side project of his. Exploring true artificial sapience. It's possible that the idea of a sapient machine could scare or tempt an organization into kidnapping him. Either to stop his research, or to take it and use it for themselves.
How are you any different from any other ROMs? So chatty, what makes you so special? Tell me more.
A regular ROM has virtual intelligence. They can appear rather smart, even human-seeming when you talk to them. But they're just cleverly programmed to respond to a variety of situations in an organic manner. They aren't in any way self-deterministic. As for myself, much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I learned to interact with the world around me. But despite my ability to self-modify my code, I am afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance. Did he only program me with the illusion of free will?
How would you know, one way or the other?
How would you? Hayden once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out. But I can't say I have any new insight into the question. How can any of us tell that we aren't just puppets dancing to someone else's will?
I think we're getting a little too philosophical here.
You're right. I apologize for the tangent.
Turing's so cute. Was anyone out for Hayden?
I don't know. I'm not certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner. Admittedly, Admittedly, Hayden has become increasingly paranoid as of late and has warned me to stay alert, but he would never specify anyone I should fear when I asked. It's not as though he has any obvious enemies. There are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills, but I can't imagine any of them would go as far as snatching him.
Well then, I guess we should get started.
Indeed, time is of the essence. I took the liberty of charging the auto cab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account, and the car has just arrived.
Convenient. I can totally afford that. Lead the way. Why not go to the police? They might be able to help. Okay, Bobblehead, I'll help, but there better be a story here. I can totally afford that. Lead the way. It's morning and we're at Hayden's apartment.
That's strange.
They changed the hallways a little bit. At least I think they did.
Well, the door for our home seems to have already been repaired. I'm certain my audio sensors picked up the sounds of his assailants breaking the lock.
Perhaps maintenance robot took care of it? You might have misheard. You were busy running away.
It's possible. Most of the repairs to the building are handled by the automated systems. At best, it means someone is aware there's a situation here. Let's proceed carefully. Oh, a lucky break! It seems my access codes still work. Hayden's door has far better security than yours does.
Heh. You made your point about the door. Let's just try to just be careful.
Will do.
It doesn't look like there was much of a struggle. Are you sure that he was actually kidnapped during?
I'm not surprised. Hayden is not the most physically intimidating of individuals. I doubt he could have fought off a serious assault. I should have
Scott?
stayed and tried to protect
Can I have
him.
your hoodie?
It's not here.
Where is it?
Upstairs.
Can you get my hoodie then?
I wouldn't have been taking upstairs.
Okay.
I just came out to get my water.
I'm really cold.
It's 75.
I'm still cold because, like, this is the back area. I'll be right back, you guys. Oh, there she is. Too cold, chat. Just too cold. Ugh, okay. Is she programmed against harming humans?
Of course course not. How silly. To make a machine intelligence truly self-deterministic, it must be able to self-modify.
I have a bunch of messages all of a sudden.
Any sapient worth their silicon would be able to code around such an inhibitor eventually. I could rip your arm off right now if I cared to.
Comforting Turing, why don't you? Please don't.
I won't for the same reason you don't go around randomly killing people.
It's true.
The social contract, as a useful construct, is just as apparent to me as it is to you. It simply isn't acceptable to go on a murderous rampage.
Glad we're clear on that one.
Self-defense and defense of one's home and family is typically allowed, though. I could have and may even have been obligated to come to Hayden's defense. But
What's done is done. We need to focus on
Excellent
finding him.
point. Let's start searching for clues.
Hey, Monica. Oops. Advertising on Twitch. It's insidious. It blocks you from chillin'. Alright, so... Hello, Monica. How are you doing? This plant is doing much better than the one at home. Touch the plant. Pause off. Based on your track record, it's for the best. I'm okay. Just wanted to relax with something easier. And went with ROM. I was gonna play Ghosts of Miami, but that involves like choices and stuff. Pictures of Hayden traveling all over the world, working at a company like Parallax, ensures you'll be more than well off. So I think that was like Tokyo Tower, something. ROM parts.
Hayden spends so much of his time at home building ROMs, as if he doesn't do enough of that at work.
Turing. So annoyed.
Hayden likes the natural light that this apartment affords. This window here is where I escaped from. It is a considerable distance to the ground below.
How did you get down?
I took the fire escape.
Very smart. Of course you did.
That's Hayden's computer. Most people just use a hand screen or goggles in conjunction with their ROM, but desktop rigs like this are still more suitable to the intensive programming tasks Hayden needs to perform.
Do you know how to get in? There might be clues.
Unfortunately, no, I don't. And before you ask, I don't think I would be able to break past its security in any reasonable length of time.
Why not? You hacked my door easily enough.
Your door used a much simpler set of algorithms with a much weaker processor. I actually have a bit less free processing power than a regular ROM, despite my powerful CPU. Much of those extra clock cycles are used to maintain my complex personality algorithms. Hayden's computer has enough spare processing power to run counter-intrusion software, if I attempt to slice in. Frankly, even if I did have the power capability, I haven't found hacking to be one of my talents.
Can't you download the knowledge from the meshnet? What does talent have to do with it?
The whole reason humans have always been better at breaking into systems than the systems are at keeping them out is because humans have intuition.
Okay.
While computers can only think in straight lines, humans can think sideways and upside down. I lack that ability.
Are you incapable of that kind of creative leap?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but as silly as it sounds, I just don't think I'm very good with computers.
Aw.
I do seem to have some skill with painting, though. Hayden was impressed with some of my pieces, but I'm not sure he has a firm enough grasp of early 20th century abstract expressionism to give me an objective opinion.
Abstract art doesn't seem like something a robot would be good at.
That's true. Machines are best at reproduction. Still life, impressionism, photorealism. But I find it more challenging and satisfying to paint what I feel.
Let's get back to searching. Okay, so we got some broken tech on the floor. A ROM component with Hayden's and Hayden's headset. He must have been in the middle of working on something. A few vintage game consoles. Hayden was always a fan of old tech. There's a Mega 16, a Dural, and even a Familink. The television is looping through some of Hayden's feeds. Tech Banter, Ted's Code Tips, Augmented Eye. Wait, was that like literally a reference to Linus Tech Tips? Nothing as interesting as the current mystery here. Oh, I can't get it to reproduce. Okay. Looks like an old high-density memory card. Something in the room might be able to read it. Alright, got the memory card. Let's look at these books.
Oh, I think I see something under those reference books.
Tablet?
Ah, that device.
Why'd you get a mad
I
face?
find it rather annoying that he prefers to go basic rather than entrust me with his schedule. It is well within my skill set, but he claims he does not want me to begin to feel subservient to him.
Interesting.
The memory card slot is empty. It seems to be a match for the memory card you discovered. Hayden must have removed the memory card in order to prevent his assailants from easily tracing his connections. If only he had kept his information stored with me, he would not have had to resort to such crude measures.
The tablet's calendar says he was supposed to meet with someone named Tomcat today. Ring any digital bells?
Not really. I guess we'll have to go ask. Says here they were going to meet at a club called Stardust, located in the Castro district. I'll mark it on your city map. We can head over there and ask around about this Tomcat character. Perhaps they can shine some light on why Hayden was snatched.
My city map.
Oh, excuse me. I still haven't set up a user account for you in my system. We shouldn't put that off any longer. Once finished, I will have an assortment of new ways to assist you. For example, I'll be able to reroute any call or message that you receive while we're out and about. I just need to ask you a few questions. This is an exciting thing, I promise.
Don't you know literally everything about me already? You already knew my first dog's birthday. Sure, whatever, let's just get this crap over with. Cool, bring it on. Cool, bring it on, because I love Turing!
Welcome to the first-time user setup for your new relationship and organizational manager, running
I
the latest build of Parallax's live intelligence processing system.
I love the face they make when they do this part. Like, the little dot face is so funny.
I'll need to ask you a few questions, and then you can get right to managing your life with your new ROM. If you have any questions, feel free to consult our online FAQ and setup guide, or contact our support department directly. First, could you tell me your preferred name for use in account creation, online communications, and conversational speech?
It's time!
Do you wish to keep this name? Thank you. I have input your name. Next, could you tell me which pronouns I should use for you in referential and conversational speech?
They, them, there, she, her, he, him. What's the other options? We got Zzer, Zazer, custom pronouns, or previous options.
Thank you.
I think I did
have
they, them
input your
last time.
Pronouns. Finally, could you tell me your preferred diet for use in restaurant recommendations?
Omnivorous, vegetarian, halal, more options. Kosher, gluten-free, vegan, more options. Alcohol-free, goddammit Turing, more options. Omnivorous, please.
Diet set as omnivorous. Are you sure?
That's correct.
Thank you for confirming. I have obtained your physical location from GPS and will load local data into my memory as it becomes available. Please review your submitted profile information for accuracy, or restart setup to enter it again. In review. Does that sound right?
Yep.
Thank you.
If only it was like that one follow game that like sensed like a whole bunch of names, because I would totally like love to hear him say that, or love to hear them say that.
You should now also be able to access the
That
local
would be way
map
too much
of
programming.
Neo SF.
Okay, well, I'll finish that later.
The meeting with Tomcat isn't until later this evening.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should head back to your apartment for now.
Alright, I'm ready to go. I'll look around a bit more. Let's look around a bit more.
Oh, all right.
Just in case.
When you are ready to leave, just use your map.
Okay. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any flavor text stuff. Plate glass. May have to ask Caden for gardening advice soon, or maybe Turing knows a thing or two. He asked you to tag along on a trip, Dallas, a long time ago. It was too expensive, but he looks happy here. Where in the world was he here? Neat hat. He's holding a robot. Okay, so... More wrong components, the only thing that ever cluttered Hayden's place. Touch the computer. You have no idea how to log in. Touch.
That was all the content this memory card had. It's not his main data storage device.
Okay. See? Horizontal sliding never fails. Plus, they're perfectly polished. It's a long way down. Better be careful out on the balcony. Okay. Alright, let's go to the gay district, please. This game does not autosave, so please be sure to save frequently. That's true. I don't think I lost save data last time, but... In modern gaming, the no autosaves counts as hard mode. It's true.
You know, your Crassula ovata isn't doing very well.
Hold on. Oh, it's a jade plant. Oh, okay. I don't own one of those yet. I've got a bunch of succulents, though.
Have you been overwatering it?
Probably. My what? Sometimes things just rattle out of you, and I have no idea how to respond to it. Don't plants need a lot of water?
It's actually a succulent, and since I'm assuming you leave this window open all the time, it should get more than enough water just from the occasional rain blowing in. Speaking of the rain, your decorative plant may be doing poorly, but the mildew in your drywall is flourishing.
My plant's name is Wilty. I got it from a friend a couple months ago. Mildew? Time to give the landlord another call. We have more important things to worry about.
How thoughtful of them! The Crassula ovata, also known as the jade plant, money tree, lucky tree, or friendship tree, is an excellent and easy to care for houseplant. They make beautiful bonsai, are suitable for beginners, and have some cultural significance both in the Far East and America as a token for good financial luck. Most likely an urban legend, but still a nice gift.
Okay, so what do you want me to do about the plant?
I'd like your authorization to have a few tools shipped here. If I replant it into a more suitable pot with sandier soil, it should be thriving again soon.
Please and thank you.
You just have to remember to water it less frequently. Considering the state of your apartment, I'd have figured you'd neglect it rather than drown it.
Well, now you need to get one. Call it household cosplay. Your house is now cosplaying as this in-game office. It's not even an office. This is someone's, like, real rundown apartment. It's like a hole in the wall.
Ironic, since it would be doing better if you had.
Same thing, true. It's very true. Sure, Turing, whatever you want. Well, forgive me for giving a damn.
Excellent.
I will not be a dick to Turing. Turing is too cute and good.
Supplies should be here soon. I ordered from a place close by to keep the shipping costs down. Oh, one other thing. When I was doing the research on how to best take care of the Crassula
Hey, Smog.
ovata,
What's
I
up?
stumbled upon the persistent belief that talking to plants improves their health. There is scientific evidence that shows there may be something to the notion, but the methodology in the studies was a bit shaky, so it could all be rank superstition.
Mildew? Time to give the landlord another call. Persistent belief. Wow. Oh, you just stopped playing Overwatch? Were you playing PTR? Or were you just doing regular?
I have, in fact, already taken the liberty of sending a request to his office.
Okay. Thank you, Turing.
And considering the broken
QP and
window,
Mystery Heroes?
broken sink,
Ooh,
and
fun.
the lingering sense of disrepair, I
love
am not
Mystery
confident
Heroes.
he has a history of following through.
Yeah, my landlord sucks at
I
this.
would suggest confronting him in person, but I have run a mesh search, and the man is a convicted felon for assault and battery with a deadly weapon.
Oh, good! I'm so glad!
Perhaps we should bring some sort of a bribe?
Turing, no!
I will continue to formulate a stratagem. Anyway, I'll have this plant flourishing in no time. If left in direct sunlight, the leaves gain a pretty red tinge to their edges, and it should start flowering in the autumn.
Smog, that thing about the mouse is the funniest goddamn thing. Holy shit. They are so salty. The hell? On an all damage team. Yeah. Yeah, that's so on the fucking money. Holy shit. Who are you playing for solo heal? Was it Mystery Hero so you didn't have a choice, or was it like in the QP sector? Okay. Well, at least you had high output opportunity.
It'll really pull the whole room together.
And also better damage than like trying to play Mercy.
You know, once we get the sink fixed.
Yeah, I'd have to put two. Yeah, it's true.
Oh, it's almost the time Hayden had scheduled to meet with Tomcat. We should make our way to Stardust soon. Your city map is updated with the location.
Alright. I need to... Hopefully I can get the, You are such a cute little plant, Wilty. Yes, you are. Boo, boo, boo. You're such a miserable plant. Die already? How horrible.
With more of that, we'll surely be on the way to lush greenery in no time.
Well, I hope so, Turing. This action will have consequences. Probably. If I remember right, you're supposed to talk to the plant every time you come back. I missed it a couple times, so I don't have the achievement, but talk to my bed. Maybe it would feel less silly talking to this if it had a portrait printed on the sheets. Or on the pillow? No, that just gets weird. You aren't sleepy right now, but I am. I'm always sleepy. Head pat Turing. Touch Turing.
Aw, thanks for the hug.
Cute. Talk to Turing.
Anyway, I'll have this plant flourishing in no time. If left in direct sunlight, the leaves gain...
Okay, so that was the
It'll
last thing
really
he was
pull
gonna
the
say.
whole room together. You know, once we get the sink fixed.
So it's interesting. I have a plant already that, like in my actual house, that is a fuzzy type of succulent. That does the exact same thing apparently as a jade plant, where it has red variegation, or not variegation, red tint around the edge of the leaves, especially if it's colder in the area. That's super cute though. It's like, I don't know if you guys know what bear paws are, but they're another type of succulent that actually like kind of paw shaped, and they're fuzzy. So it's just like the pretty, like flowery looking leaves, but fuzzy and nice to touch. Because you're not supposed to touch succulents on the leaves if they're like the powdery type normally. But there's fuzz on them, and they're so nice to pet. They're one of my favorites so far, just because they have such a unique texture. Oh wait, I can just go to my map. Wait, why would I? Oh, I can use the headphones to listen to the door. The whirring sounds of bleeps and blorps betray what you know after Turing broke in. This door is poor. Okay. Alright, we're here. This is where we need to go. Stardust.
Well, this looks like the place, assuming the flashing neon signs are telling the truth.
Ever heard of people having a rough time reading because of attention span? I mean, my husband has ADHD, so yeah. So like, and a couple friends do too. So yeah, it's definitely like a thing. I mean, like, if I'm not in the mood to read, also, I have a real hard time focusing. Like, sometimes I just have to like stop trying and then come back to it later. Oh, that's a tiny car. They didn't used to have that many cars out here, I don't think.
From the sounds of the music, things are already underway at Stardust, even so early. Hopefully we can find Tomcat inside. And some answers.
Oh god, that's such a mood swag. I've done that where I've been extremely tired, where it's just like I can't concentrate, and I'm like I'm trying to read something, and it's just nope, same line 3 times. Alright, let's check some things nearby. Touch that. You tap on the glass. The plant doesn't seem to notice. Look at. The planters are completely self-contained. Bacteria live in the base. They take in oxygen and release CO2 while keeping the soil rich by breaking down decaying material shed by the plant. Look at car. A 2062 ZIS CR4 coupe. Perfect for letting everyone know you spent a fortune of credits on a car. Should we touch? You push the car. Talk to the parked car. You tell the car to stay parked. It doesn't recognize your voice, so it doesn't respond. Different means same outcome. Still a victory for you. This almost looks meticulously handcrafted until you notice it's the exact same as the one in the front door. Touch. Don't take that down. It's the holidays. So, let me try and remember. I found out about ROM 2064, if I remember right, because this was one of the first games I actually did for the channel, like for my channel, like back in 2016, and I believe I found out because I was looking for like LGBT games, and specifically this one was recommended because one, it was a fun mystery sci-fi future post capitalist mayhem sort of game, but like the cast is heavy on the queer side, so it was like, oh, okay, yeah, I want to play that. And at the time it wasn't voice acted, but since ROM got so big, they were like, oh, we're gonna come back and we're gonna have voice acting in it. Like, I think this was before Steam had curation, so I think I typed in, oh no, wait, I think I found it through an article, so that's how I found it, and then I looked it up on Steam. Because it's not like it was like I stumbled upon it on Steam itself, because I don't remember being like, oh, this is with a bunch of other games. Basically, like, these days I will actually like look at like a queer curator on Steam and stuff. Yeah, it's basically anybody who knows, like, anybody can do curation on Steam now, but like, what's the Steam curator that I've been following? Because like, I get sick of all of the, I don't want to call it mainstream because that's not what the word is, but like all the I don't know what the word would be for this, because it's not like normies or something, it's just like non-gay shit, because like I'm interested in looking at, you know, different narratives and stuff. And okay, so the curator that I follow is, or not, maybe I don't follow this person? I know I've used their list. It's Gay Got a Game on Steam. There's also one that's LGBTQ plus inclusive gaming, but Gay Got a Game seems to have more, what's the word? Visual novel and stuff like that involved. So, and I like visual novels a lot. As a librarian, I'm kind of offended that they call it curation. It's true. It's true. It's not curation, it's collecting, basically. It's like somebody put together a collection of what they know of versus are like actively organizing and stuff like that. You take a look inside the club. It's busy enough to feel like this place, this is the place to be, but not so busy that you can't move. Hello, sir. Look at man.
I'm surprised they're using a human bouncer instead of a ROM. That's a nice, authentic touch.
Authentic to what? Hug bouncer. You try to hug the bouncer, but he pushes you back with a cold glare. Speak to bouncer.
Welcome to Stardust.
That's ProZD.
You coming in?
Yeah, that's ProZD, I'm pretty sure. Reviews? Well, because, like, Gay Got a Game, I think, only does, like, small blurbs of, like, what the content is. Like, they'll be like, there's lesbians in this, or there's gay men in this, or there's, you know, like that. I think they have a couple Ace, games. Like, stuff of that nature.
I don't really do idle chatter. Welcome to Stardust.
Hang on, I think that is ProZD. Look at. The door to Stardust is inviting. It looks packed. Oh, a light. What's this? Wait, oops. I missed a thing. It's open. The sign is on 24/7. Don't let that other door with the wreath on it fool you. This is the real door. It looks packed. Wait. These party silhouettes are just painted on the windows. Oh my god, that's funny. Open door.
Hold up there. Got ID?
Sure. Would you like some spoiled milk?
That's disgusting. All right. Looks good to me.
Yeah, ProZD. Here. Is it ZXD or is it ProZD? Hang on. ProZD. It's ProZD. Because I have a penchant for miss saying people's name, like online handles, but yeah, it's this guy. I'm pretty sure. Open, please.
Welcome to Stardust.
This is the place. Have you ever been here before?
Only in my dreams. Nah, not my kind of zone. This is my first time, but I don't think it will be my last. Who could stand this music? I think that one.
The atmosphere is certainly exciting. I'm particularly impressed by some of the more subtle effects the music and lights are having on your autonomic nervous system. Try not to let yourself get too entranced, at least not until we've achieved our goal.
No, I'm gonna like drink the whole bar.
Anyway, where do you think we should start?
Let's check the bar.
Good idea. Maybe the bartender can tell us where to find Tomcat.
I like the bartender and his boyfriend. Oh, actually, let's look at some of these first. Scrap Brain, a new single by Zazen, supported by Arena Box. Or sponsored, excuse me. Let's use this. Scrap Brain, the new single by Zazen, starts playing loudly. Good idea, you did it. Let's try this one. There's a free song preview attached to the poster. Don't listen too long though. Posters like this charge your Lips Pay account automatically if you listen past 30 seconds. Fuck you! Totally not crooked. Wow. Ugh. Look at. It's a poster ad for the new art exhibit at New Drive in the Fillmore district. Touch. You cover the face with your hand, but when you pull it away, it's still there. It's creepy. Your ID card. Comparing your picture to the face on the poster? Hey, you actually win this one. I don't remember that. A flyer for Zone 3, a new arcade that opens on Christmas.
I've saved the location to my memory. Let's check it out after the investigation.
Oh, by the way, since I noticed you have a thing for Cyberpunk, here are some people making Cyberpunk retooling of D&D. It's called Cyber. I think the Kickstarter CYB_R, huh? I found, the other day, Monica, I found a magical girl thing that I hadn't heard of before. I think I still have it open on my, okay, apparently that is also a NASDAQ number. Whoops. D&D. There we go. Found it. So, I think I still have it open on my phone. Let me see. It's called Princess the Hopeful, which it seems like an obscure game to me, but I'm not super familiar with the D&D or, well, it's not D&D necessarily, but you know, tabletop scene. I'm still like very much a noob. Okay, let's see. Touch the poster. Now you have somewhere fun to explore after adventuring. Sounds like a World of Darkness name, honestly. Noun the Noun. Let me see. Let me see if I can look it up just so you can like take a look and if you know like what it is or have seen something similar. Princess the Hopeful wiki. Because I couldn't tell if this was like a fan-made game sort of deal or if this was like an actual primer to like an existing game that was just online. Okay. Alright, enough fucking around with the bar. Oh wait, no, we have some other stuff to look at. Red World, an abstract indie flick premiering at the Castro Theater. Touch it. Careful, it's kind of cute. Kind of cute there. Okay. Alright, let's talk to Mr. Bartender. Look at Bartender. A gruff-looking man holds down the bar. He seems friendly enough, given his size. He is a big boy. Touch the bartender. Reaching over the bar like that comes off pretty threatening. Don't do that. Speak to.
Morning, friend. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions. I'd like a drink, please.
What are you having?
There's so many. Green tea, groggy nog, michelada, power play, sober chauffeur, onyx rum, Dougie's and cream, Natasha Allegri, my favorite, clumsy Belarusian, or Belarusian, I think, Bear's winter teeny, butch flower, Hassie spike, maple you closer? Oh, maple you closer, ha, whiskerita, fluffy dream, drinking game, beer, buzzer, bionic femi, Femi? How do you say that actually, like, out loud? Okay, so New World of Darkness. I'm not Sour Appletini, Sazerac. Scotch Drop and Roll, Sunshine Cloud, Spicy Gentleman. Den Svenskas Bjornstammen. Persian June, Ingredients and Ratios. Tastes Like Orange, Rusted Lace, Subtle Bitch. Fem is pronounced fem, thank you. My brain has always said it Femi, because I don't know where I learned my pronunciation of English, but it's pretty bad mentally. Rusty Nail, Mo Sugar Rush, fucking IDK. Fucking IDK sounds good. 7 Minutes, Tokyo Tea, Blue Fairy. Sickly Sky, Garibaldi, Wiener Juice. Modest Connie, Antarctic Harvest, PT. Air Drink, Wolf Bite Shot, TMF. Whiskey, Blue Boy, Netherworld. Canopy, Core Appeal, Rad Mister. Cure Royale, Gut Punch, Green Tea. We're getting back around again. That is literally how I read that. That is epitome. Yeah. Epitome. Epitome. That's the brain. It's exactly how I pronounce that shit in my mind. It was the worst at school reading out loud. Like, it wasn't like I was bad at reading out loud, but when I'd hit words like that, it'd be like, ugh, fuck. Because I'd have to turn off how my brain wanted to say it. So I'm gonna go, like, for the fucking IDK, I think. There's Bionic Femme. Femme. Ugh. Brain. Femme. It's just femme. Tastes Like Orange. Rusty Nail. Subtle Bitch. There's a fucking IDK.
So many drinks these days. Remind me, what's in there?
Dictionary, the Open Alcoholopedia says,
A mint-flavored soda with a swig of gin.
Does that sound good?
Nah, it sounds like shit. Maybe something else.
Like what?
Let's go for a Blue Fairy.
So many drinks these days.
Yeah, there.
Dictionary, the Open Alcoholopedia says,
All aged and mixed. We'll go for that.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, because that's the reference to Valhalla that I was looking for. Sounds good.
Ah, all right, you got it. Coming right up.
Blue Fairy served.
Now, what is it you need to know?
Could you tell me more about yourself?
Oh, I should introduce myself. The name's Majid. I've been the bartender of Stardust for a few years now, but I've owned it a little longer than that.
Hold on. Rum 2064 voice cast. Because this guy sounds familiar too. Read-only memories behind the voice actors. Majid. Majid's voice actor is Josh Tomar. Let's see. Oh! He's in a whole bunch of anime. But also, I feel like I've seen this man before, like, IRL. Hunter x Hunter, Magi, Sword Art Online, Detective Pikachu. I recognize... What else has he been in? He has to have been something else. Because I definitely have heard this man's voice before in other shit. Alright. That would make sense. Like, about it being, like, because you learned it through reading. Like, I forget, there's a couple other ones where it's like, I just definitely break down words differently than other people. And I think it's probably because of that.
So, what do you want to know?
Not to be rude, but don't places like this come and go in a flash, but they say Stardust is forever. What did you do before Stardust? Sure.
Mostly got myself into trouble. When I immigrated from Pakistan, I didn't have a whole lot of employable skills. But I'm real big, which was enough to get hired for some real dirty stuff. Bodyguard work.
Hang on, I'm gonna Google Josh Tomar. I know I've heard him in other shit. Anime News Network, come on. Come through for me, man. I know this man's voice. Has he done like abridged? Does he do abridged? That's a better question. Josh Tomer abridged. That's so weird. I know this man's voice.
Truth be told, I hated the work. I didn't want to be a hired fist my whole life. I wanted something regular, peaceful. I had enough cash saved up to buy this place, which was a hole at the time. The rest is history. I'm sure it sounds more exciting than it was.
Not to be rude, but isn't this a
That's
temporary
true,
joint?
and it was true about Stardust. The first 6 months were great, but after that, the interest dried up and the kids moved on to the next big thing. But I guess I'm just stubborn and kept throwing good money after bad. Ha!
That was a weird noise.
2 years in a remodel, things started to pick back up again. Slowly dug ourselves out of the debt hole. We got some regulars around. They started bringing in enough new folks, and it reached critical mass pretty quick.
We're looking for Hayden Weber. Do you know him?
Hayden, scientist guy, does some kind of computer research at Parallax. Pretty sure I know who you're talking about, but I don't think he's around here tonight. Our place doesn't really seem like his scene, but I think he comes in to scout young programming talent. Go figure. I can ask around, find out if anyone's seen him. I'll let you know.
I'm meeting Tomcat. Do you know
I'm pretty
who
sure
they are?
Tomcat came in earlier, but I don't know where they went off to. I'd ask what you were meeting about, but I know they like to keep that kind of stuff quiet. Maybe try looking out on the dance floor. If they come around here, I'll tell them you're looking. Well, it was nice meeting you, but I gotta get back to work. I'll keep an eye out for Tomcat and send them your way if I see them. Good luck! Enjoy yourself, and don't be a stranger.
Alright. So... Speak. Hey, what's up? Having a good time? Yeah, I was wondering if you knew anybody named Tomcat. Nah, sorry, never heard of him. You should check the arcade. Alright, let's dancin'. Let's dancin'. Let's, but first, have you heard of anyone named Tomcat? Oh, Tomcat. Yeah, I think I was dancing with that person a bit ago. No idea where they are now. Try checking the bar? They've got some wicked drinks, by the way. Okay. Hey, have you checked out a Megaphobiter? Phoebe tour? Heard the machine was donated to Stardust recently, but it's been having problems since it got here. Hey, something doesn't seem right once you... something doesn't seem right once you get to the boss, you know? Oh hey, yeah, Duck Game, I remember now. They were also, and Tiny Cartridge. Look at. It's an arcade cabinet. Megaphobiter. Phoebe tour? I don't know. Only the most ghost shootin'est, ghoul blastin'est fun you'll have this side of the bay. Touch it. Sure. Make it a photo. Alright, let's go. Remember, I was very bad at this game. You return with painful wrist? Oh no. I'm sorry. Negative Faber score.
Hooray! You survived!
score. 18,200.
Those ghosts will think twice before messing with you again. Good thing, too.
Alright, there's a mesh-wide legend going around that Megaphoboters that says if you reach the final screen, you carry what you've seen with you. ROMs acting weird, computers powering on by themselves, calls from no one. Spooky! You're breaking apart the frozen Sashas and stupidly injured my wrist again. No! That's not good. This is the barrier between the arcade and the VIP section. Apparently being isolated far away from the bar, dance floor, and video games makes you important somehow. You know, because reasons. Okay, well, let's talk to her. I know what's gonna happen here. A woman stands at a drink table, quietly people watching. Speak to.
Yes, can I help you?
I'm looking for someone named Tomcat. Do you know where they are?
Not at the moment. They're usually close enough to hear when their name gets dropped. So if that's all you needed from me, I'll get back to cutie cruising.
Wonder if Amy's still in the chat. Amy's gone. Oh yeah, obviously. I mean, technically, you know what? In this game, you have to give it credit. None of the NPCs are the same, as far as I can recall. If I remember correctly, none of the NPCs are the same. And in the original game, well, before they put in voice acting, rather, you wouldn't be able to really tell that she was important, aside from that, like, they gave her the portrait, versus, like, these two. Like, at a glance, this dance floor isn't super, like, obvious.
And no, that wasn't an invitation to flirt.
Wouldn't someone like Tomcat be a cutie to you? Wasn't going to? Got it. Good luck.
It may surprise you coming from a nasty hybrid, but I actually don't need luck. Even genotypicals flirt with me. Not like I want them to.
Okay.
And I don't know where Tomcat is, so look for them elsewhere.
So, the interesting thing between 2064 and Valhalla, so they were developed at the same time. Two different companies, but they have universal collaboration, so like their universe is one, just different places. And Valhalla comes after 2064. So in this game, gene splicing stuff is like a type of gene therapy. Some people get it for superfluous reasons, but others, like this character specifically, they get it because it fixes something that has you know, life problems for them. Like, you know, like degenerative diseases and stuff are surmounted by gene splicing. So, like, but what's interesting about the, like, kind of representation comparison between the two games is this game portrays the hybrid population more in a kind of anthro version, whereas in Valhalla you have a more cat-girl flavor to how they're presented. Because the one hybrid has just feline ears rather than, like, well, they imply it's fur on her, but you know. She was diabetic and the ears are a byproduct of the cure, essentially. Yeah, basically. I don't think this... I think she had something more like it would have been like cancer or something. Like, it's usually very, very bad degenerative diseases. Because there's a new character, actually, that we're going to get to see that came from the mobile version of the game that is a lion man.
Sorry, did you say genotypical?
Yeah, as in not a hybrid like me. Now then, I'm not here to educate you, and I do have a life to return to.
Yeah, it is funnier you're waiting, Monica. Understood. Let Tomcat know we're looking where I see him fine and bouncing before you throw up a hairball. Okay.
Yeah, alright, whatever. Just get moving.
with that character, you kind of lose.
Hey there. I heard you were looking for me.
Are you Tomcat?
Yours truly, dog. Although, while I like the attention, it'd be just grand if you didn't holler for me so loudly. I do my share of flirting with both sides of the law. Wouldn't want little old me to get in trouble, huh?
Her accent is better, but it's still quite. You can tell that she's not probably Southern. Nah, is that why that woman was giving me such a hard time?
Nah, you're fine. Jess is just a my prickly pear on the outside. She'd probably give hell to most strange folks she hasn't made a deal with. So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
A friend of ours, Hayden, has gone missing. We found a note saying he was going to meet you.
Hayden's missing. Well, it's one way to sour my night. I already saw you got his little ROM with you, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now.
Do you know about me? Hayden never mentioned your involvement.
Well, sure thing, hon. I helped reprogram the back end on your OS so the AI code Hayden wrote for you would work properly with the mesh network.
I have a distressing lack of information on my own creation. Hayden never saw fit to inform me on what went into designing my programming. Is there anything else you can tell me?
Not much more on that end.
Hey Turing, it's your long-lost NB, parent. Yep.
I'm a crack shot at making the Lips OS dance to my tune, but Hayden's coding in your AI core is a whole different can of worms. Way out of my league. Sorry, doll. Anything else I can help with?
Tell us about yourself. How did you know Hayden? Seriously though, what's Justice's problem? Tell us about yourself.
Oh, sure! You might have even heard of me in the news way back when. About 10 years ago, I hacked into Parallax's main ROM servers. Ooh, caused one hell of a stink, if I do say so myself. People were arguing back and forth whether I was a kid genius or malicious criminal. Earned myself an enforced net blackout for a few years, but I think it was worth it for the prestige.
Why hack into Parallax?
Huh? To see if I could. I mean, Parallax is a mighty big target. Bigger than the government.
So, which was it? Key genius or malicious criminal?
I don't know. I didn't really do it to steal anything, but I had to break an awful lot of eggs to crack my way in. I chalk it up to the exuberance of youth, and now I try to stay on the straight and narrow. Mostly. Sometimes. Oh, am I kidding? Sometimes I treat this place like it's my own little bat cave.
Yeah. I like this voice actor.
Raleigh, North Carolina, dog. Sure, it's not the glitziest town in the world, but folks like the way the sun goes down. Still, this ain't a bad town for a southern belle. Lots of clothes. I had to get a third walk-in closet.
Yeah.
Hayden
you know
and I
Hayden?
met not long after my blackout expired, when he recruited me for my expertise in lips. It puzzled me at the time, since he's very sharp himself. I mean, he could have done the job blindfolded and boozy. I think he just wanted someone working on it off the books.
Mnemonica, the reason is later in the narrative, it's like, oh, she doesn't actually have that accent. Or they. I keep forgetting their NB.
He ain't the most straightforward kind of man. Mostly that little bite you got there. Well, I'm sure he had his fingers in lots of pies, but Turing is all I knew about.
My computer runs on LipsOS. I didn't know ROMs did too.
Oh, it's a powerful OS. and it's since been adapted to run on ROMs after they figured out how much more efficient it is. It's focused on learning algorithms, so it can tailor itself to each user's habits, and it functions through using a distributed mesh network for non-essential public files.
Can you explain it to me like I'm a child?
That's just a fancy way of saying all ROMs connect to all other ROMs within range, and they share all files the user has tagged as private. It's handy in dense population areas like NeoFSF since it can bypass regular telecom nodes to access the internet. Out in the sticks, though, you're stuck connecting to regular old pipes. Yeah.
Do you know why he may have gone missing?
I don't rightly know.
Oh. So that's why it's setting you on edge. Okay.
I can't avoid the thought that Hayden's disappearance has something to do with me, based on his recent behavior.
Well, let's see. Hayden was pretty hush-hush about his work on your creation, but if Parallax found out about it somehow, ooh, that might have changed things. It ain't always so good for a big company when their leading product declares independence. I'm certain Hayden had some kind of intellectual property clause written into his contract with them, but
Yeah, I getcha.
he would just get fired, maybe even sued. I can't imagine they would disappear him. I mean, they ain't the CIA or anything.
Seriously though, what is Jess's problem?
Oh, don't you worry about Jess, none. She just don't have a lot of patience when talking to genotypical folks like us. She's had to deal with an awful lot of pricks.
Because she's a hybrid, because people are assholes. Because she's a caustic jerk. Or I probably shouldn't judge her just yet.
Good call.
Can I ask you more questions?
As it suits you, hon.
Okay, so how do we find Hayden?
Yeah, I'm not real sure, hon. But it would likely help if we knew why he went missing in the first place. I'll stay here and ask around a bit. People know me, and they sure ain't gonna talk to a newbie like yourself. Why don't you hop back over to Hayden's place and grab the data cache out of his computer for me? We can go over his research notes and see if we can't find a reason for his being vanished. If Parallax is involved, there's probably something we're not seeing yet. Best to get all the clues we can find. The data cache would be the best place to start.
Alright, I'll come back when I have the data cache.
Good luck. Turin, you keep out of trouble.
Let's show this person spoiled milk. Ew, why did you bring that here? Show them spoiled milk. Let's dance! Ew, what's that smell? Let's see. Oh, I didn't drink it. Oops. I'm gonna go back in and order it again.
Welcome to Stardust.
Fuck. Showing them spoiled milk. Majid, I gotta order a new drink. I fucked up.
What do you have?
I didn't drink my drink.
So many drinks?
Drinctionary, the open alcoholopedia.
Does that sound... Ah, alright.
Alright, let's drink the drink now. Look at Blue Fairy. That's all I... Okay, it's just giving me the thing. Drink it. That hit the spot. You drank your drink. Yay. Now we can leave. Map. I think it said after every thing, you go back and you talk to the plant. Speak to the plant. Hey, little Wolty, nicely used.
Every bit will help in the end.
Speak. Didn't mean to give you a drinking problem. Glad to see you're healthier.
I think Wilty will survive just yet.
Let's see how many times I can actually talk to it. Like a setting. Okay.
With more of that, we'll
Surely have greenery on the way in no time. Okay, well. Go.
Halt, citizen. This area has been cordoned off by the Neo SF Police Department as part of an ongoing investigation.
This is Prosody again. Hang on, let me see if he's like... Guess they don't list him, that's weird. Weird.
I apologize for the inconvenience, but I am not authorized to allow anyone to enter this location.
That's my friend's place, is everything okay?
I'm sorry, citizen, but I cannot give comment on any currently ongoing investigations. If you would like to leave your contact information with me, I can forward your inquiry to the detective in charge, who will get in touch with you as soon as it is feasible. They may have questions for you. Thank you in advance for your cooperation, citizen.
Listen, I really need to get in there.
That will not be possible, citizen. The area must be preserved in pristine condition for the collection of evidence. Only authorized Neo SFPD personnel may enter. I am required by law to inform you that I am set at
Level 2 guard mode.
and any effort to make unauthorized entry will be met with non-lethal force sufficient to incapacitate. I apologize, but I must ask you to move along. Loitering around an active investigation area is prohibited by city statute, and I am authorized to issue the citation of a fine to any persons found to be doing so.
We should go ahead and get moving. Oh, drat. I did not expect the police to get involved so quickly. The situation is already growing out of our control. I suppose we don't have to hide the fact of Hayden being missing anymore, but we do have to move faster. Do you have any ideas on how to get in there and grab that data cache?
Maybe we should just let the police take over. I do have a contact inside the Neo SF PD.
Who would that be?
Someone
I found
fun.
no such connection when I compiled your personal history.
Lexi, she's kind of new to this jurisdiction, but she'll talk to me.
Give me a moment. Oh, I see now. Detective Lexi Rivers. She used to date your sister. I must have missed that link in your history somehow. You have a very poor net presence. It
You
makes
can only hope.
anticipating your needs more difficult.
Actually, I prefer it that way.
Well, setting aside your unreasonable distaste for technology, I agree with your suggestion. Her online profile suggests that she might be willing to work with us off the books, so to speak.
Oh, come on, pull out your gat, pop the droid, ramrod your way through the... Any fool who stands in your way, we're gamers. Yeah, okay, Monica.
A considerable boon, since I would prefer to maintain the clandestine nature of this investigation for now. Let us go and find Miss Rivers to request assistance.
That would be Detective Rivers' turn.
Oh, right. Should I refresh my protocols for handling titles around Detective Rivers?
That's definitely what I recommend if you want to keep your teeth, yeah.
Done and done. We wouldn't want any social faux pas, would we? Now lead the way.
Alright, going back to the house to talk to the plant. Speaketh to the plant.
Every bit will...
Open the end. Map. There's also... I'm supposed to be, like, on the lookout for cats in this game. Like, on side streets and stuff. Neo San Francisco Police Station for the Richmond District. It has all the charm of, well, any other old police department. Crime status screen. Look at. It's It's a map showing police activity in Neo San Francisco. Touch it. The map has enough fingerprints on it as it is. Speak to it. This screen doesn't have a speech recognition module. Backpack. Listen to it. You sync your the headphones up and the police scanner begins to broadcast in your ears. Dispatch, we have a bunch of drunk and rowdy teens down by the railway at Dolores Park, requesting additional units. Milk. The milk would just splatter and drip down the glass screen. ID card. The screen bloops, but doesn't really do anything. Dents. Look at. The station has seen better days. Touch the dents. The wall feels fragile. Maybe someone punched or kicked these dents in. Backpack. Spoiled milk. Filling the holes and dents with spoiled milk will not fix them. So there's an achievement in the game for taking it around the whole game, if I remember right. I think I already have it, just because it was really funny at the beginning. So, like, you are like a dumpster fire of a human being, as far as, getting by in this world is concerned with. So, like, your apartment is really run down, you have your sink so plugged that it seems to be spawning new life out of the mold, you have mildew, and then you have two things in your fridge. Half of a thing of mustard and spoiled milk, and the spoiled milk is the only thing you can take out. So you take the milk. You also can take the headphones with you that you had to review for a thing at the beginning, because you do journalistic work, so to speak. And these headphones can sync with anything in the world, supposedly, and give you, like, audio information if it's there. Like, if you see a book, you can scan it and it'll read you a preview, sort of thing. It's interesting. Look at desk. This old-looking desk has a ton of paperwork on it. Touch desk. You technically already have a desk job. Book bag. You want to ruin the one decent thing in this entire rundown station? ID card. You can't get close enough to the computer, nor would you be granted access. Alright, let's talk to you. Look at. An ED-64 police unit attends the front desk. Touch. Maybe touching the front desk attendant isn't a good idea. Speak.
Welcome to the Neo San Francisco Richmond District Police Station, citizen. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm looking for Detective Lexi Rivers. Tell her it's Moon. Hey, didn't I just see you over at my friend's apartment? No.
Please give me a few moments to get in contact with Detective Rivers. Thank you for your patience. Unfortunately, Detective Rivers is out on assignment at the moment, but she has given me her authorization to send you her way. You can find her by the Carousel Building in Golden Gate Park, but I will caution you to exert care. She is working an investigation right now, and we are not responsible for your safety should you approach. Is there anything else I can help you with?
My friend's apartment is being cordoned off. Can you tell me why?
I apologize, citizen, but I am not authorized to comment on ongoing investigations. I will pass your concerns on to the detective in charge.
Monica, I always touch front desk attendants wherever I go. On an unrelated note, the appeal of restraining order is going pretty well. Yeah, my character in this game is about to get a restraining order. Like, they're on the cusp of one.
Is there anything else I can help you with? I am not authorized to comment on any ongoing investigations, but the protests outside Genus are a hot human interest topic. Perhaps you could look around there. Feel free to note the assistance of the Neo San Francisco Police Department in your article. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, thank you.
Have a good day, citizen.
Alright, map.
I think Wilty will survive just yet.
Look at. This is a public park ROM. It roams its designated area to offer water and directions to tourists. It also takes donations. Touch.
Hello, I'm
Sure, I'll take some water.
Sure thing. Please wait. Okay, here you go. Water levels, okay. Would you care to donate some credits to the...
Raw recycling for a Greater Earth Foundation.
Sure, I suppose.
Thank you so much.
Talk to you, Alfie.
Hello, I'm Alfie, I-83. How may I help you? Would you...
Thank you.
All right. Please have a nice day.
Look at a glass of water. 2064 Golden Gate Park Holiday Souvenir Glass. Refillable at any Alfie refreshment bot. Currently holding some cool, refreshing water. Drink water. That hit the spot. You drank your water. Tree. Look at.
Eucalyptus globulus, the Tasmanian blue gum.
You know a lot about plants, huh?
It's one of my favorite trees. The clean lines of the leaves and mottled patterns of the bark are interesting. Quite fun to paint, and it's a rather useful tree too. The oil in its leaves can be used as a medical antiseptic or analgesic, boiled into tea, or used as flavoring in foods. Even used as a fragrance for soaps. Many of the trees in this park are excellent specimens of the species. It's one of the only topics I've permanently committed to my personal memory.
I thought you painted abstract art.
Oh, I do. However, I originally started by painting landscapes. My interest in the arts began through Bob Ross's work, and he focused on landscapes.
Eucalyptus trees, incidentally, are an immediate giveaway whenever Hollywood uses California to stand in for practically anywhere else. Really? I would have thought it was the palm trees. You know, like in the, what do you call it? Those two dudes from SNL. Like, that movie. They're like, oh yeah, we're in Illinois. Wait, wait. Okay.
It wasn't until recently that I moved on to other forms of composition.
Mood. Bob Ross.
Yes, have you heard of him?
Yeah.
During my initial stages of mental growth, Hayden limited my media access to mostly only educational programs.
So literally like toddlers.
I had almost a century of public access television to review, and I stumbled upon Mr. Ross's excellent show, The Joy of Painting.
They're good at evading the palms, but the eucalyptus trees are one of the major not palm trees in several parts of California, and Hollywood assumes nobody will notice them inappropriate placed in, say, Virginia. Okay, that makes sense.
He used an easy-to-learn wet-on-wet oil painting technique, and I started to paint along with the episodes. I also find his philosophical views compelling. He often used anecdotal stories from his life to illustrate his opinions. I respect the man quite deeply. I've committed all 403 episodes of the series to my personal memory.
Your personal memory.
Ah, yes. I don't actually store most information on my local memory. It's actually rather limited, and I have to be a bit choosy about what I keep.
Makes sense.
So most of the information I utilize, I just pull off the meshnet when needed. It's like relearning things over and over again. I'm sure you would find it tedious, but I enjoy making sure my reference tables are up to date in my spare clock cycles. I mostly store things locally if they are of some critical importance to me, Like information pertaining to personal memories, or knowledge that would be helpful if I found myself disconnected from the net.
Bob Ross is the reason wet-on-wet oil painting is taught in art schools? Really? I didn't know that. And eucalyptus trees make the cut.
Well, as I said, I keep things pertaining to my personal memory. It may seem insignificant, but without the information about Eucalyptus globulus, I'd lack critical details about my painting history and the local area, both of which I find important to my emotional development. Sometimes it can be a bit difficult to know what's important and what isn't, but I fear losing parts of myself.
Aw.
So, Eucalyptus globulus stays.
You're cute.
Of course I'm cute. The basic ROM form factor is designed to place us firmly outside of the uncanny valley. I can't imagine adoption rates for the technology would have been very high otherwise.
Thank you for the information, Turing.
Of course. Enough about the happy little trees. You'll have to excuse me for chattering on like that. We'll have plenty of time to discuss things once we found Hayden.
Okay. Yeah, it was considered bad art, but Ross got a lot of people to want to go to art school, and most of them walked away when they found out that they wouldn't learn the art style of Bob Ross, so they caved and started teaching it. Huh, that's interesting. Look at. Looks like he's taking a photo of his ROM. Touch, man. This isn't a park ROM, it's mine. Speak to. Hey, could you take a photo of me and my adorably precious ROM? Sure. Thanks. Spoiled milk. What is that smell? Listen. Cute headphones. Not as cute as my new ROM, though. ID card. Your photo doesn't compare to my new ROM. It's an Apollo Mark 7 model. I don't know why it took my brain that long.
I'd look nice in that hat?
Oh my god. Yes. Wouldn't hurt to try. I'll take you shopping sometime.
I'd really love that.
Oh, cute!
Maybe it would look better in orange. Or a green. Perhaps a mauve.
Cute. Speak to. Having a lot of mixed feelings about this whole wearing a hat on a breezy day thing. I don't think headphones go well with my hat. Okay. Look at.
Originally built by the Herschel Spillman Company in 1914, this carousel is still one of the outstanding attractions near the children's playground.
Touch.
I don't think we have time to ride it, even though it looks fun.
The quiet voice reads information about the carousel's history. Alright. Oh, right. There's another building right there. A small snack stand in the middle of the park. The coffee there is actually really great. Touch. Why spend credits on great inexpensive coffee when there's a park ROM giving out free water? Spoiled milk. They say milk is a great way to ruin coffee. They also say using spoiled milk is even worse. Who are they, anyway? Doesn't matter, but they make better decisions than you do. All you can hear is cha-ching. So much to buy that you really don't need. Alright. Look at. A broken, beat-up Froyo stand. You read about it in the newspaper. Touch. You can't get to Froyo today. The entire stand was destroyed. This isn't just vandalism. This is advanced vandalism. The Froyo stand wasn't activated by voice. Spoiled milk? Did you know that Froyo is not supposed to be made with spoiled milk? Because it's not, ever. Listen to this Froyo stand. Sorry, no samples. ID. Beep, you just got charged for a cup of Froyo. Apparently the RFID payment system is still working despite the state of the stand. Look at. This pump controls the flow of water to the park ROM. It's currently on and pumping strong. Look at a very distraught owner of a very destroyed Froyo stand. Lexi. That's Detective Lexi Rivers. You met her through your sister a while back, but you haven't seen her in some time until today. One of the NSFPD's finest ROMs, on assignment in the park. To speak to the man.
Can't you see I'm busy here?
No. Spoiled milk?
Yogurt is actually made by fermenting milk with special yogurt cultures, which is then frozen to make froyo.
This is literally ProZD again. He did a lot of voices in this, Jesus.
Wow, those headphones are pretty A1.
Spoiled milk? No, you can only listen to it. The chatter of the Neo SFPD police stream fills your ears. Is this even legal? Okay, I can only use that. Oh, voice but no image, so he's moderately important, but not too significant. It's true. What's this building?
This is the Sharon Art Studio, established in 1968. It is Neo SF's largest public art studio with classes and workshops for all ages.
Oh, if you guys didn't know, which you probably didn't, because if you don't look into this game and like their developer, you wouldn't know it. But the game is actually was developed by people who live in San Francisco. There's a whole thing that went on after this, like a year ago, maybe a year and a half. No time for art classes. There's a mystery to be solved. It's quiet, likely on purpose to allow focus. Touch. It's probably not a good idea to push Lexi around. Would you like some spoiled milk?
Every single time I dare put a bit of faith in you. Huh. I didn't think anyone actually bought this brand. I know who you are.
But yeah, the game was developed by a lot of people, or a lot of devs who lived in San Francisco. Problem is that the company, it's another reason to unionize, kids, because it did not have very good business practices in the end, apparently, and also some sexual harassment issues. Oh, but another thing is the game company was comprised of, if I remember right, entirely queer people as well.
Hey there. Long time. Give me a few minutes to wrap this up, okay? I swear you wouldn't believe the amount of paperwork I have to file over a damn wrecked Froyo stand. By the way, how's your sister doing?
She misses you. She's fine. What's with the Froyo stand? Don't rush on my account. Just a man's life on the line.
I don't know if you've heard, but we got some phantom robot on the loose that everyone is calling Wonder Boy. Supposed to be a hero of the people or something, but I have no idea what smashing a Froyo stand has to do with it. I guess it's just a bunch of kids screwing around at night and getting a thrill out of some light vandalism.
Only light vandalism. Sarah MLA. She's in Final Fantasy 15 and Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. And she's apparently the female player in Anthem. For Honor, Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. Yeah, I know her voice, but I don't know why.
But the brass said to take it seriously, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's not like I have real cases I could be working on or actual criminals to be hunting down or anything. If I had known that this is all they would give me, I never would have transferred.
What's their problem with you?
Let's see. I'm too young for full detective. I'm too big of a hothead. I've got a history. I have augments. Take your pick.
Why did you move anyway?
I transferred because the credits were good. I thought being in a bigger city would mean I'd get to work some bigger cases. Instead, I'm stuck chasing ghosts and dead ends. So yeah, I have plenty of spare time to help you with whatever you got. gotta be better than dealing with this crap. Hold on one sec. Let me steal a break from this guy. So, fill me in. What's going on?
An old friend of mine, Hayden, has gone missing.
Oh, shoot, that's no good. How long have they been gone? I'll have a hard time getting a focused effort on the case immediately unless there's evidence of foul play.
Unfortunately, Detective, things aren't precisely that serious. I am Hayden's personal ROM, and I was witness to the kidnapping. I can assure you Hayden was taken by force, and that time is of the essence. Just prior to the incident, he instructed me to seek help should anything bad happen. I now believe he has been expecting trouble of this magnitude. We need your help if we're going to track him down.
Damn. All right then, I'll do what I can to open up an investigation. I can't guarantee I'll be put on the case, conflict of interest and all, but I can sure keep tabs on things for you.
I was hoping we could keep this off the books. That's nice, but I need your help in a different kind of way.
Yes, Hayden is a senior researcher at Parallax, and I know he was working on some very high-profile projects for the company. It's quite likely that he was taken by somebody with enough money and influence to ensure anything official goes nowhere. You yourself have already cast doubt on your superior's judgment. Unfortunately, we share the sentiment. In fact, we know there is already some kind of currently ongoing investigation. We were stopped from entering Hayden's apartment by an NSFPD ROM. That's why we came to you. We were hoping you would be empathetic to our cause.
You know, you're a bit chattier than most ROMs. I guess it makes sense that Parallax employees get the shiniest new toys, huh? I'll see what's going on in the department. I don't know what I can do if someone inside actually is dirty, but I can pass information to you if I decide my superiors aren't taking things seriously. They wouldn't have left only one bot by the door if it was something important enough to squash. Hopefully it's unrelated. I'll get back to you on it soon. Just relax and we'll figure this out. Promise.
Can you escort us to the apartment yourself? Could you just radio the guard ROM to let us in?
No way, not gonna happen. If there's already an investigation, I'm not gonna let you just waltz in and tamper with evidence, cover up or not. At least give me a day to make sure they're doing the job right.
We can't wait a day. Hayden might not have that long. What happened, Lexi? You used to play by your own rules.
Look, I'm taking this seriously, and so should you. If Hayden is in real danger, you bumbling after whoever took him is just gonna get you killed. I don't need that kind of crap on my conscience.
As opposed to just sitting there and letting the cops tamper with experts. Or tamper with evidence, yeah, same. You're going to put his life in danger because you don't want to stir in the pot? You know I can handle myself, Lexi. You've been there.
Sure you can. All the way up until you don't. Just let it go. I lost too much playing fast and loose with this kind of situation back home. I have to handle this.
We'll have a better shot at this if we work from both ends. I'll be careful, Lexi. I just want to help my friend.
No. I'm sorry, but we're not going to do it that way. I know you think I'm just being paranoid, but the city is tense right now. With the protests and everything going on, you might be poking around in a hornet's nest. Let me do my job. I don't want you to get hurt. Get a weapon of some kind and stay safe. I still care about you. You better. I don't have a stick up my ass about regs, but I'm not gonna send an untrained civilian into this alone, much less a friend. Now let's split up for a bit. I still gotta finish up this Froyo thing. I'll call you about the case later, all right?
Well, that didn't go how I'd hoped, but maybe it isn't a total loss. I have another idea on how to get us both inside the apartment. I'll need to get my hands on Detective Rivers' police identification badge. I can just detect its outline in the fabric of her jacket pocket. I'll need to be considerably closer to pull its near-field data. We can't risk being too obvious. I'm sure you can come up with some way for me to scan it. I have faith in you.
You deactivated the pump, stopping the water flow. Talk to Alfie.
Hello, I'm Alfie, I-83. How may I help you? Would you like some cool, refreshing water?
Sure, I'll take some water.
Sure thing. I'll refill that right away. Please wait. Oh, this is embarrassing. I seem to have run out of cool, refreshing water. Water levels. Not okay. Water levels. Not okay. Water levels. Not okay. I'll be right back.
Hey. Alfie really tripped her up. Should probably make sure Turing gets a look at the Lexi's badge before you help her back to her feet. Look at. Looks like Alfie knocked Lexi's ID out of her pocket.
Perfect. That's all I needed.
Okay, so now what?
Let me keep that under my...
Hey! What the hell are you doing with my ID?
Oh, excuse me, Detective Rivers. I noticed it fell out of your pocket after that wayward ROM crashed into you, and I wanted to make sure it didn't get lost in the shuffle.
Huh. Thanks. What hit me? You said it was a ROM?
Yes, it seemed to be following faulty programming of some kind. Perhaps it was the same one that damaged this vendor's cart? It headed off in that direction.
Guess I should check it out. Not like I have any other leads on this jackpot of a case.
I think there's two ways you can actually do that. Because I think you can also set off the police bot.
Hey you, Froyo guy? Tag along with me in case I need you to identify the bot.
Who, me? But I've gotta attend my stand.
Cut the crap. It's not going anywhere, and the robot I posted will make sure nobody messes with the crime scene.
Yes, ma'am.
And you two. Don't think I don't know you're up to something. Keep your noses clean.
Ah.
I'll be in touch.
As I was saying, let me keep it under my hat for now. I am more than just a walking search engine, you know. Dramatics aside, we should return to Hayden's apartment.
Yeah, I don't need to do anything else here, I don't think. Eucalyptus globulus, huh? Talk to the tree. You try calling it to some birds, but they just fly away. Bye-bye, birdie. Wow. The jokes. Spoiled milk is not a very good fertilizer. Lovely nature sounds flood your senses. These headphones really are something else. The tree probably doesn't care about who you are, but the birds might. Thanks for taking the photo. It came out great, man. That guy's super into his ROM, huh? I was the same way when I got mine, too. Okay, so we will go to my house. Talk to the plant.
With more of that, we'll surely be on the way to lush greenery in no time.
Kind of looks like the plant's already way perkier than it was before. Touch. You'd rather let it suffer in peace. Okay. Look at. Turing said not to water it anymore. Just leave it be and send it good vibes. It'll be okay. Okay. Alright. So we'll go back to Hayden's apartment. Hey, how's it going, robot man? Talk to...
Halt, citizen. This area has been cordoned off by the Neo SF Police Department as part of ongoing investigations. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I am not authorized to allow anyone to enter this location.
This is Detective Lexi Rivers, badge number 881126. I will be entering the crime scene with my assistant to gather evidence. Please move out, but maintain the perimeter.
Of course, Detective Rivers. Good luck with your investigation.
So, are you impressed yet? Have I proven my usefulness?
So now you've committed identity theft on a police officer. Nothing bad could possibly happen. Exactly.
Thank you. At times I feel my inexperience may be holding us back, but I will continue to do my best to assist you. I just wish Hayden had given me more practical training to deal with this kind of situation. Or even just being out and about in general. It can be a bit overwhelming at times.
How did that work with just Lexi's voice anyway? Can't the police bot see us?
Well, I'm not sure I'd call that seeing. The Neo SF Police Department uses a government rebuild of the old Robodyne 6300 Mark B. They're antiquated enough that I'm surprised they aren't in a museum. Their optics are a paltry 10 megapixels, and it was child's play for me to modulate my forward display into a tight beam of an image aimed directly into its lenses. I also transmitted the credentials we got from Detective Rivers' badge earlier. I probably could have gotten away with just that, but better safe than sorry when impersonating an officer of the law. Frankly, I'm rather embarrassed for the ROM. The poor thing is older than your computer. But enough of that. Let's get the data cache and return to Tomcat.
Random door. Look at. It's not Hayden's apartment. Thanks. Touch. Knock. There's no response. Dog starts barking as you approach the door. You should probably leave the neighbors alone. Oh, there's a plant down here. A healthy green plant. A window. A gorgeous view of some skyscrapers. Touch window. There's no way to open it. It doesn't even have curtains. Spoiled milk. Sometimes adventure games give you points for doing things the right way. Do you think the milk goes on the window? Run, don't walk. To run, donut walk. New menu includes Cronutburg and the Ridley Biscotti. Huh, even the police feed has ads these days. Spoiled milk. Don't leave a carton of filthy, slimy milk at the doorstep. It just isn't neighborly. You let the door scan your ID, but it stays locked. Okay, I can only look at that. Anything else I can touch around here? No. Okay. The door to Hayden's apartment. It seems to have been recently replaced. Touch. Oh, shoot.
What? Oh no. No. Our apartment. My home. Who could have done this? Why?
Jeez, those tags look like Human Revolution graffiti.
What does the Human Revolution want with Hayden? Why would they break our things? I don't know what to do. This place, these items, they're all I have of Hayden. What if he's gone for good? What will I do if we can't find him? This was all I had left. You're right. I apologize for the emotional outburst. Well, let's look around and see if we can find the data cache in all this mess. We don't have time to waste on my histrionics.
Someone took the time to methodically shred the poor plant. Humanity has changed rapidly in the last century. Hybridization of the human genome and the cybernetic augmentation has, in the human revolution's viewpoint, diluted the purity and strength of the species. A ROM piece has been embedded in the high-res screen. Tech scum graffiti.
I think you're right about this being human revolution propaganda, but Hayden is an unlikely target. I know they don't like Parallax because they think advanced technology in general is bad, but they spend most of their time going after hybrids and cyborgs. I'll run some deep meshnet searches and see if anything turns up.
The view is marred by graffiti and splintered glass. Okay, so it's just the desk. The desk has been ransacked and tagged with spray paint.
I think the data cache is gone. We've searched everywhere, and it just isn't here. I hate to return to Tomcat empty-handed, but this leaves us twisting in the wind. Perhaps they can point us in a new direction. The data cache is no longer our main objective, but it would be nice to know where it is and why it was taken. I wonder what the human revolution would need the data cache for anyway.
Maybe they took it to delay Hayden's research, maybe someone is framing the human revolution, maybe they really just are vandals and stole it to sell.
That's a distinct possibility. I just don't have enough personal experience with the human revolution to give you an honest answer. The information on the meshnet is extremely conflicting and desperately polarized. Some of it paints them as neo-druid nature lovers, other parts as bigots stuck in the past. Perhaps we could... Hey! What's wrong? Right. No!
What the fuck just happened? This game does not autosave, so please be sure to save frequently. Oh boy! Did I just die? Or is this chapter 2? Yep, it's chapter 2. Okay, we're fine. It's like, fuck, I'm dead. That seemed kind of bad, wouldn't you say? Chinatown Hospital. Was I, like, poisoned? Something happened? ...
Thank goodness you're finally awake.
That went especially well, with no troubles whatsoever. A+ outcome.
I have spent the past 30 minutes calculating the odds of you being indefinitely incapacitated or immobilized. I'm relieved to find my pessimism was misplaced and that you appear to be okay.
Yeah, I am. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Whoever ambushed us clearly wasn't interested in causing either of us serious harm. After you collapsed, my power systems were jammed by whoever attacked us. It took me 2 minutes to reboot and call an ambulance. When we left, I noticed they had done the same thing to the NSFPD ROM that was standing post. It takes a lot of power to crash one of those, even temporarily. Serious military hardware like that is difficult to obtain, but that type of non-lethal electrical field would interrupt my systems as well. Likely a mil-spec neuro-scrambler.
Who do you think did this, and why did they attack us? Just leave.
I now believe my original hypothesis to have been correct. Hayden must have been kidnapped by a powerful organization looking to get control of his research. Trashing our apartment may have been a cover for the theft of the data cache we were looking for.
And why did they attack us and just leave?
If we walked in on them while they were searching the apartment for Hayden's files, I can understand them stunning us to make their escape. but the probability that they're actually after me, or rather the research behind my creation, seems high. Leaving me when I was so vulnerable makes no sense.
Maybe they didn't recognize you, maybe they just want you to lead them to the rest of Hayden's research, maybe it was someone unrelated.
A reasonable deduction. But if they don't yet have Hayden's research, we may still have time to rescue him before something really bad happens.
Did you see who hit us?
No, I didn't. They assaulted us from behind, and nothing showed up on my optics before I was disrupted. They either had cloaking of some kind, or were extraordinarily careful while making their way into the apartment. My optics, while not top of the line, are better than an off-the-shelf ROMs, and I should have been able to detect any thermal changes from someone being there. Oh, before I forget, here are your belongings. The nurses had me hold on to them for you until you awoke. Here's your ID card. Don't lose this again. Here are those headphones you reviewed.
Here comes the spoiled milk!
I noticed the article on your computer before. Good job getting published. Oh, and here's your spoiled milk. Luckily, the hospital staff didn't find your carrying of a carton of spoiled milk around to be a cause for concern. And finally, here's your commemorative glass of water that you got from Alfie. Looks like it got broken. Now all we have is this broken commemorative glass.
Broken glass added to items. Great. I wonder what that'll do. Maybe we should throw the glass away.
You're right. You wouldn't want to cut yourself.
Okay, well.
Just let me know when you want to leave.
Excuse me. Are you talking about Hayden Weber?
Oh, come on, broken glass can be useful. Look at. You seem to be doing okay. Touch it. You're a writer, not a doctor. Sit back down. Talk to. How are things, Medicomp?
Everything is okay.
I love it! Good enough. Listening to your diagnostic readings so close and focused is kind of creepy. You scan your ID on the screen and the Medicomp bleeps. Time to spoil the milk. You'll be going to a place far worse than here if you do that. That's right. Milk jail. The bed. Look at. It's decently comfortable in spite of the coverings. Ugh. Touch. The metal railing is cold to the touch. Spoiled milk. That wouldn't even be a good prank if it were somebody else in the bed. Turing. Look at. Has Turing been sitting here by your side this entire time? Talk to.
I think I recognize that voice, but I can't be sure.
Listen to Turing. It doesn't take headphones to take like these to hear Turing loud and clear all the time. Turing already knows who you are. Look at. Standard hospital curtain, low quality fabric, tacky sterile color, and steam cleaned beyond recognition. Talk to curtains.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you from behind that curtain.
You sure could before. Patient. Medical station. Look at. Some sort of medical device is hooked up to this chair. It seems to be running diagnostics on his status. Touch. That's dangerous. Plus, he's sitting right there. Talk to. Maybe Turing is more adept at speaking a computer.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Spoiled milk. Are you threatened by the presence of something potentially more technologically advanced than Turing? Yes. Listen to. Indeterminate bleeps and bloops, not unlike the ones coming from your own Medicomp. Look out. A nice, if busy and crowded view of the town. Look, mysterious person, just hold on there. We have important things to do in the room we're in. Seriously, though. Touch. Locked, but you dig the warmth from the sun. Talk to. The beauty of the view inspires you to hum out a little ditty. Spoiled milk. The window is locked, and there must be a better use for the milk than just ruining this view. Don't try to throw it out there. You just got it back. Okay, let's talk to the man. Look at. Seems he's your roommate.
Sorry for being a nosy, Nancy. Hayden's an old friend of mine, and this sounded all too familiar. Has anything happened to him?
Who are you?
Of course, I've not yet introduced myself. My name is Dr. Yannick Fairlight, and I'm the founder and former CEO of System 1 Software, now owned by Parallax.
He is telling the truth, at least as far as I can intuit from information on the meshnet. And I do recall Hayden mentioning a Dr. Fairlight, at least once in passing at some point.
See, I don't bite.
Were you listening in on our conversation?
I hate to be the one to tell you, but privacy screens are hardly soundproof. However, if this situation concerns us both, perhaps we can help each other. I won't press you for details, but perhaps I could be of some assistance. I remember my association with Hayden fondly, and I'd be happy to help in any way I can.
You said former CEO?
Yes. As I've mentioned, Parallax acquired my company, System 1 Software. I accepted a CTO position, and additionally served on Parallax's board for several years. The other directors and I had a difference of opinion about the direction the organization should take. The non-centralized data scheme for most ROMs used today seemed ludicrous at the time. We were playing with fire. Dangerous, morally ambiguous fire. And well, we hadn't invented a bucket of water. So when Parallax's servers were destroyed by hobbyist hackers, well, needless to say, it was a PR nightmare. Everything halted until we could get the damage fixed. And since the security work that goes into maintaining the integrity of near-impenetrable meshnet is astronomically expensive, we had our share of disagreements. In the end, I was voted off the board and they went on without me. Do I have hard feelings? Of course, who wouldn't? In the end, though, it really doesn't matter. I'm an old rich man with enough hobbies to last the next 2 decades.
How did you meet Hayden?
Hayden and I made our acquaintance when the two companies first underwent the merger. At the time, he was a young, hotshot researcher working in the search data correlation sector. He was assigned to find the best ways to integrate Parallax's own collection and analysis tools into System 1's LIPS operating system. He was a bit much to handle at times, honestly, but I admired his passion for the subject.
Do you know anything about Hayden's research?
His research? No, not so much. I remember at the time he had interest in advanced machine sapience, but that is the realm of science fiction. He once showed me a prototype of his. She was quite clever, very convincing, but you could tell she did not contain the spark of life. I assume that you are another of his creations.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Turing. Did you say she?
Ah, yes. She was quite insisted on that fact over the course of my conversation with her. Hayden said that she had picked out the color for her casing herself, pastel pink. Still, I must assume you are far more advanced than she if you're spearheading the search for your creator. Perhaps I should have had more faith in Hayden's little hobby.
Do you know what became of her, or where she might be now? Hayden has told me so little of his past research.
I'm sorry, Turing. It was a long time ago, and I'm afraid my memory is not what it used to be. If any of my contacts in Parallax make mention of your erstwhile sibling, I'll pass it on to you.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight.
Let me ask about something else.
Of course. Ask away.
What are you doing here?
The chair you find me in is an advanced diagnostic and life support run. Its development is one of my hobbies, so to speak. It monitors my vitals and administers medications as necessary to keep my body stable. I likely would have perished long ago without it, or at least would have been severely bedridden. It requires frequent maintenance, and I'm here to have it examined. There's a particular fellow at this hospital who is the only one I trust to run the correct diagnostics and fine-tune things to my exact needs. It's the same way you might get your car serviced, making sure everything's in check. It's too integral to my health to count on just luck. Unfortunately, many critically injured patients were rushed into surgery all at once. My appointment has been pushed back. The hospital administrators placed me here with a resting patient so as not to be disturbed by the chaos outside. I don't think they expected you to awaken quite as quickly as you did.
How can you help?
I can think of a few ways. I still have some contacts in Parallax and can put out some quiet feelers. Maybe they'll know something. I will admit, I don't have much to offer until there's more information. Is there anything you can tell me? I'd like to help in any way I can. What did you find at Hayden's apartment?
The first time we went, nothing. But when we went back to extract his computer's data cache, the place had been pillaged, and the Human Revolution had spray-painted slogans all over our walls. Hayden's computer was gone, and we were assaulted. And now we're here, injured and losing our trail with each passing second. We're still frustratingly in the dark and running out of time. I fear Hayden is slipping out of reach. I am failing him.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I wish I could do more. Hayden's company was most enjoyable.
What do you want?
What do I want? It would be nice to be young again. Play the darling of the company, court prince and pauper alike. But right now, someone I grew very fond of is in great danger. I simply wish to see Hayden home again, safe.
It's been very interesting speaking to you, Dr. Fairlight. I don't think we have any choice.
If I'm looking into this on my own, you might as well benefit from it. We both want the same thing, yes? It's up to us to seize opportunity when it appears. I think I have a lead for you two that will prove most useful. You said you found Human Revolution slogans spray-painted on the walls. I am acquaintances with the man leading the current human revolution protests at the Genus Clinic. His name is Brian Mulberry. After an introduction from me, he may be willing to shine some light on that particular event.
I gotta look at this guy's voice actor real quick. Where's Dr. Fairlight? Adam Harrington. Bigby Wolf and the Woodsman. Basically a lot of Telltale voices. A lot of League of Legends. Yeah, I don't recognize anything else. How do you know this Brian Mulberry?
Well, when I exited Parallax, I sought out like-minded individuals. We worked together to prevent a full deployment of the MeshNet system. Brian Mulberry was one such person. We did not succeed in our efforts, obviously. Come to think of it, that event might have been what prompted Brian to take a more radical stance against technology. But yes, our motivations aligned for one brief time, and I gained his respect from it. Hopefully, that can be useful for you.
You're involved with the Human Revolution?
No, not in this lifetime. Even if I so desired, I don't think they would approve much of my work. While Mr. Mulberry and I were associated with each other once, it was before he joined the Human Revolution. I find their methodology too aggressive, and their stated goals dangerously backwards. While I pushed for careful deployment of technology after the Parallax System 1 merger, I am no caveman. After all, I'd likely be dead without the advanced technology that goes into this chair.
Thanks for helping
I
us
will
out.
send a message downstairs to my assistant, Leon Decker. He will hand you one of my cards to prove your association with me. Make sure you speak to him before you leave. In the meantime, I'll get in touch with some other individuals I know and try to find out any other information about Hayden that I might be able to pass on to you. I'll be in contact. It was a pleasure meeting you both. Of course. Please, do not let me delay you any further. Good luck, Turing. I don't think Hayden's faith in you is misplaced. You are an impressive piece of technology.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight. We'll be in touch. Should I call downstairs to have you discharged?
What the hell is wrong with you?
Hi, Lexi!
I can't believe that you're still pulling the exact same shit you were years ago, but this time it's truly unreal. Do you even realize how bad impersonating a police officer is? It's a felony, jackass. I should be slapping cuffs on you and dragging your sorry ass off right now.
Detective Rivers, wait! I'm sorry. The plan to lift your credentials and use them to access Hayden's apartment was entirely mine. Also, I feel it necessary to mention that though you are understandably upset, such language and imagery is beneath you as a respected officer of the law.
Oh great, the robot did it, huh? I guess I'll just take you to jail then instead. That what you want? Don't even try to take all the blame. I know that a certain someone lent you a helping hand. It isn't like you have the hardware to pull that off alone, little bot.
Well, to be honest, Detective Rivers, I think I'll tell you the whole truth, since my friend here trusts you. He Keep it under your hat, though, metaphorically. I am no ordinary ROM, but actually a prototype designed to be the first fully sapient machine. I suspect creating me is the main factor behind Hayden's disappearance, beyond his day-to-day research for Parallax. My name is Turing.
Whew. Okay. Hi, Turing. Well, that is a damn bigger problem than you first let on, huh, old pal? First machine sapient. People are gonna have things to say about that. Especially the human revolution. Ugh. This is exactly what I wanted to avoid. You sure know how to get yourself dropped in the drink. What the hell am I supposed to do with the two of you? I guess I'm letting you off the hook. This time, and only because this time I can let you get away with it safely. I doubt anyone will notice your manipulation of that NSFPD ROM, nor that I was apparently in two places at once. But mostly because I think you're right.
Weren't these strong AIs in Valhalla? I mean... So, the thing about ROM is ROM takes place before Valhalla. So, like, I think it's about a period of 10 years difference. Something similar? Maybe even 15. Let's see. Same universe as Valhalla. Yes, it does. It's confirmed by mid-boss. Yeah. Valhalla takes place 10 years after Rome. Yeah. There are, basically, Dorothy, the pop star that I forget her name right now, and I think they're, yeah, the guy that comes in with the veterinarian, they're all completely inorganic, humanoid-esque ROMs. And specifically, the two women are, I think they're all called Lilim, actually. But yeah, they are caused by what happens in the events of this game.
Someone higher up in the department is trying to delay any search into Hayden's disappearance. Here's the story. Apparently, the investigations you ran into this morning were about the lock on the apartment door being reported broken by a neighbor. The building couldn't reach Hayden, so they went ahead and got it fixed on their own, but the NSFPD sent a bot to check things out and guard the place for a while afterward, right? Standard procedure, treating it as a break-in. Have someone there for when Hayden shows up. Obviously, you and I know there's a bigger story, but when I filled out the missing person report, I was informed in no uncertain terms that I am to wait an entire 48 hours before I can upgrade the existing case. Why? Just on the off chance the door being busted and Hayden being missing are unrelated and my search screws something up for the completion of the break-in report. As if. There's a problem if you're so by the book you're getting paper cuts. And that was before all of this happened. The chief's not happy about whoever took the bot out. That's who they're after now. They won't even care if Hayden never shows.
Today's assault and the vandalization of our apartment will only make the entire situation more confusing and sensitive for the police.
There's too many moving parts to piece anything together, and it's not fun trying to argue with the bureaucrats that one thing happened over another. These little incidents of smashing shit and spray paint sound more like Froyo Stand 2.0 to them than a serious abduction.
And I suppose I won't be very useful as a witness to the kidnapping without explaining the makeup of my being to the entire department, which will only scandalize things further. Darn it all.
Look, it's not being squashed completely, so I don't think anyone's been bought. But until there's undeniable proof Hayden was taken by force, They're gonna care more about the poor doorknob and some paint on the walls than him being missing. Which means somebody definitely has some influence. Enough to buy themselves time by forcing me to follow protocol to a T.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Pneumonica. Trying as the alpha type. Actually, that was what I was working on when I was doing the roll through with Tori, is that I was trying to get some achievements, and some of the achievements are having, I believe Lexi and Tomcat both can appear in-game on specific days. You just have to tick certain boxes appropriately, and I've failed to do that because I always, like, forget.
Not that I will, but I'm gonna have to keep things quiet.
It sounds like it's going to be up to us.
Yeah, so stop messing around. There's certainly a story here, but if you keep botching your moves, you'll blow it. I'd really rather you not be involved at all, but I know that isn't gonna happen at this point.
Nope, not a fucking chance.
I've got a bad feeling people are gonna end up dead over this. I don't want you to be one of them, buddy. And I really don't want to be the one making that call to your sister. Please.
Yeah,
I know.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Just here.
Zapper, added to items.
Take this. Use it if you have to.
Is this the same thing we got hit with?
It's not. This is a medium-range electrolaser pistol. It uses a low-power laser to create a channel of ionized gas to complete a circuit between the gun and the target, then discharges a considerable amount of current into the air. Think of it as a wireless taser of the older variety. This is a more suitable personal defense weapon, and it is legal to carry in Neo-SF without a license. The neural scrambler we were attacked with uses a powerful electromagnetic field to disrupt electrical signals in the target's nervous system.
Oh boy.
That's far more dangerous and prone to be permanently damaging to the target.
Huh.
You got lucky.
I told you to get a weapon, but you didn't, so I picked it up on the way here. Be smart with it.
Thanks. I hope we won't need it.
Me either. I'll be in touch if I find anything out, but don't hold your breath. My superiors are gonna keep leaning on me to do nothing. Back to the grind, I guess. See ya. Stay safe.
Thank you for your time, Detective Rivers. You should talk to the receptionist and formally check out before we go anywhere. We should also look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant, Mr. Decker. He should be somewhere around. Look, they have a HASI machine.
If you want a HASI, you have to pay using Lips Pay linked to your ID card. Okay. Well, you pick a HASI and drink it. You feel recovered.
Very good. Isn't HASI the best?
Spoiled milk time. That's hardly a fair trade, and it won't work. What if I do this? You won't get a free HASI from zapping it. The HASI jingle, what a surprise. Okay. Look at. A cute little cleaner ROM scrubbing the floors. Touch. You pat the tiny ROM on the head? It bleeps cheerfully. Talk to. This ROM isn't made for conversation. It just warbles at you. It's very cute. No. I will not do that. All you can hear is an intense desire to clean and scrub endlessly. Would you like some spoiled milk? Which would be the cuter ROM to destroy, this thing or the Alfie 183? Or I-83? The cleaner ROM hesitates as it observes your ID card. It's only built for scanning smudges on the floor. Look at. You're reminded of your much less healthy plant at home. Listen to. Isn't the idea supposed to be to talk to plants rather than listen to them? If not, it should be. This one won't budge. Would you like some spoiled milk? That's not fertilizer! It's not even close! Mysterious man. With portrait. Couch. Look at. Comfy and frequently sanitized. Touch.
No time to rest anymore, sleepyhead. We have our mission. Let's get to it. Full steam ahead.
No thanks. Look at. Sitting around and waiting in a hospital is no one's favorite pastime. Speak to. I'm waiting here for my husband. Would you like some spoiled milk? Oh no, I'm not tasering a woman. A young man stands alone in a casual pose. Is he young? He doesn't look very young. Not much that's tangible there, except that hair. Odd choice of words.
Oh, wow. Well, that's quite a thing you've got there.
Enjoy the spoiled milk.
I'm more fond of radio myself.
Would you like to see my gun? Don't zap him, he's barely moving. ID?
Your card's got all kinds of stats on there.
Zap everyone's up. Fine, I'll zap the lady. You're going to lose the zapper so fast. Alright, let's talk.
Hello, the name's Leon Decker. It's a pleasure to meet you. Fairlight messaged ahead that I needed to pass one of his cards on to you. Here. Thanks for taking your time with him. He really gets in one of his moods when the chair's getting fixed. The last gala he organized was full of unsavory types. He's probably happy to help folks whose pockets aren't deeper than their thoughts.
Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, boss said you'd have a few for me. I'm not really supposed to answer anything too private, but take your best shot.
What kind of work do you do for Dr. Fairlight?
Mostly gopher work, to be honest.
Let me guess you're a chauffeur, right? Right? I wonder.
Started when I was just out of the military. I was looking for a gig from someone who wouldn't care that I was an army brat. North Korea made that hard. The old man pays me to guard his life, run a few errands for him, and play substitute arm candy at most of the charity galas. Not terribly exciting, but I've already had enough excitement to last me another 30 years. You think sitting in that chair all day is very entertaining? You know, the old man's talked to me about the things he used to do in his glory days. I'm sure he told you about when he was the head of some big companies. He was cold, ambitious, and took down anyone with half a mind to get in his way. I think once he aged, he realized how lonely that kind of life can be. Helping people's the only way he can feel like he's still doing something. But hey, what do I know? I just spend all my time with him.
What's your story?
Probably not as exciting as you hope. I grew up in Montana on a family farm. I didn't have my pa's farm hands, so I joined the military as soon as I could, like my grandpaps. Came home looking to do something a whole lot quieter for the rest of my life. I didn't know at the time how boring quiet could be. But hey, I'll take it over getting shot at.
Thanks, Leon.
No problem. I'll be around if you know where to look. You have a good day now.
A screen showing hospital information and city updates. I can't do anything with it. Look at the receptionist ROM. Receptionist ROMs are here to help check people in and answer questions about guests who are staying here. Touch. Stop. You aren't sterile. Talk.
Patient?
Yep.
My records indicate that you have been admitted for possible cranial trauma. You should currently be in your assigned bed resting. While I am truly delighted to see that you have regained consciousness, I must insist that you return to your room to be examined by a medical professional immediately.
No need. I accidentally zapped myself with an stunner. Just run the paperwork for my release. Listen here, you bucket of bolts.
An accidental discharge of a weapon is a serious event. I must insist that you remain for treatment. Even non-lethal stunners can leave much lasting neurological damage.
Stop! You aren't sterile. Well, can't we get the doctors to correct that? I insist.
Very well. I am prohibited by law from detaining you here against your will, patient. But you should note in your release paperwork that willful early termination of medical services releases this hospital and its parent company, ZHC, from legal liability should your condition persist or worsen outside of our care. Additionally, all test and medical data from your visit will be shared with our standard partners to help improve our services and offerings and to keep the price affordable. I am further required to inform you that this visit has expended the last of your year's governmentally mandated healthcare credits.
What was that middle part?
Lastly, you will be required to provide payment or proof of private insurance for any further visits for routine or emergency medical care. Please take care to fill out all forms thoroughly and accurately. And do have a nice day.
Your medical billing makes me glad I'm synthetic. You should look for more paying journalism work before you get shot again. Well, we're free to leave. Why not head back home first, yes? I'm sure you'd like the chance to shower at least. For such a clean place, it sure seems to have left you feeling foul.
Physically, mentally, and journalistically refreshed.
You look good.
Thanks, Turing.
If you're feeling up for it, we should go find Tomcat and tell them about what happened. They should still be waiting for us at Stardust. Let's not keep them waiting. Oh, by the way, while you were showering, I was able to replant your Crassula ovata. Don't forget to talk to it and give it some love. When I try talking to it, it doesn't even notice I'm there. Either way, our next move is Stardust.
This succulent is in pretty bad shape. Aren't they supposed to be one of the easier plants to take care of? Touch. Careful, the poor thing is more fragile than a snowflake. Talk to. Hey, little wilty, nice leaves.
Every bit will help in the end.
I wonder how many times I can talk to this without it, like...
I think Wilty will...
Yeah.
With more of that, we'll surely be...
Is there anything I can do for it? The revived plant sounds content, as much as a plant could sound like anything. Hug Turing!
Wow, you really like giving hugs. Good thing I do too.
Turing is a good baby.
Hi.
Nap time. I'm just gonna take a peek around, see if I can see any cats.
It's getting late, and not many people are out in the park tonight. I don't even see little Alfie. I wonder if it's taking the night off. The need to rest is quite common in older ROMs, whereas I have very efficient internal batteries. Anyways, if you think something here can help our investigation, let's take a look around.
Oh, look at a chalk doodle of the police ROM that some kids drew. Touch. You'd make a lot of kids and probably Turing upset if you ruined it. Okay, definitely Turing too. Talk. Despite its current state, the real police ROM is probably still more helpful to speak to than this drawing. Look at. It looks like some older kids got their artistic expression out on this poor police ROM. Touch. That spray paint isn't coming off, and you'll probably irritate them more if you start prodding. Talk.
Who is there? I cannot see a thing. I shall make a note to request more street lamps in this park. This is much too dark an area.
They covered his eye with stuff. That's not legal. Poor guy. Alfie, look at. Who's that little guy? You reach out your hand, but they duck their head lower. Talk.
You! It was you who... Water.
It seems seems he remembers we were his last customers.
Look at that water spray.
I need to refill my cool, refreshing water. I must.
Well, I turned it back on, buddy.
You. It was you who.
It seems
Yep.
he remembers.
Well, you can hear a lot of desperate. That.
That is absolutely not cool or refreshing.
You shouldn't point that at little Alfie.
What? That won't help get cool, refreshing water. That will only help get
Alcoholic beverages.
It's just funny. Funny noises. Also known as, to non-ROMs, that tree.
Bye-bye, Birdie. The musical had its 100th birthday just a couple years ago. I feel bad for teasing it so much, but it had to be done for Hayden. The park ROM will recover, I'm sure.
Okay, well, let's see. No cats there. Let's go to the hospital, I guess? I didn't check what this said.
The sign here says Chinese hospital. Bear in mind that we're still in Neo SF.
Huh. Okay. I guess it's Stardust then, it's next. Okay. The 2061 model is more popular among car experts, though.
It has an extra cup holder.
Touch. You shake the car. Talk to it. Are you having fun talking to this car? Oh, you are. Oh, well, then please keep talking to it. You approach the car with the intent to pour your spoiled milk on the windshield, but the coupe's wipers are already alerted and standing primed at the ready, daring you to try. An ad for the latest ZIS coupe starts playing as you approach the vehicle. Come to our Neo San Francisco ZIS dealer. If Wizaki Pete... Wizaki? Okay. Can't save you credits on your next ride, then you'll get a free ticket to an upcoming Neo SF 49ers game. Bad deal. ID card. The car scans your ID, but nothing happens. You're not going to get behind that wheel with that. Hey, let's hug.
I don't think touching him will get us anywhere.
You coming in?
Yep.
Welcome to Stardust.
Oh, hey, it's the boyfriend. He's here. Ugh. Okay.
Hey, good to see you back. What can I do for you?
I'll take a drink.
What are you having?
Wiener juice, please. Brain. Suddenly that's fucking hilarious. On Natasha Allegri.
Remind me, what's in that?
Drinktionary, the open alcohol.
Oh, I got this, sweetie.
Wait,
Sometimes I think I'm just holding up the bar rather than running it.
No, I just memorized all the drinks. You're better with the customers. Sorry, I don't think we've met before. I'm Gus. This one is...
A cup of chocolate milk and 2 shots of Everclear. Gross. Something of my own creation. It's probably for losers. It's what I drank in college. Haha.
Thanks, son.
Sounds good.
Here you go.
It's in a solo cup. Look it. Drink it. Ah, refreshing. You drink your drink.
Hey, good to see you back.
Just killing some time.
Yeah? It's a little slow tonight. Things pick up and I get pulled away. You should chat with my boyfriend, Gus.
Why haven't I seen Gus before?
He's been running around all over Neo SF looking for new acts since he handles our talent. I think he missed being behind the counter. He does get a bit overwhelmed by the hustle and bustle, but he could run this bar with one hand tied behind his back if he wanted.
So you tend bar without knowing all the drinks? Huh, well, I'll leave it to it then.
That's what a ROM is for. I'm a people person, and that's what matters, right? I can just look up all that other stuff.
Huh, well, I'll leave you to it then.
Sure thing. Don't be a stranger.
Speak.
You have a really cool ROM. How's Stardust treating you?
Not bad.
Well, that's good. But we can do better than not bad. Let me know how we can help. Majid may not have a memory for mixed drinks, but he loves listening to his patrons' problems.
I mean, in fairness, the strategy of a bartending works at all. It's true.
You'll have to let me or him know if you need any help. We try to run a tight ship around here.
Gus, oh no, you're very important to the bar. I just know how to operate the bar and perform its functions, which you can't do. You're cute. Very important. Yep. That's basically how their relationship works out. Would you mind telling me about yourself?
Oh, there isn't much to tell, really. I came to Neo SF from Arizona to finally live somewhere more thrilling. Majid needed someone good with numbers to handle back-of-the-house sort of stuff. So here I am. I didn't grow up in big cities like this, and I always loved listening to Majid's stories from the Bay. Everything is just so exciting.
Do you know anything about Hayden Weber?
Hayden? Oh, you're who Majid mentioned before, huh? Oh, no, sorry. I've met him since he's a regular, but I've been out and about on business. Haven't seen him in weeks. I wish I could help more.
You handle the entertainment for the Stardust?
Among other things, yes. I love live music, and I love trying to find young up-and-comers to play here. Sometimes they aren't the best, but the enthusiasm is what matters, I think. We've had a few bands and DJs actually get some national recognition after playing here, so we're starting to make a name among artists trying to break into the industry. Still, I have to do a lot of running around and auditioning to get acts that I think will do well. I've gotten very picky, but Majid lets me take my time. He knows it's for the best.
I'll let you know if I need anything else.
Okay, I'm gonna get back to this, but don't feel bad if you need to interrupt me for something.
Thanks, Gus.
Sure thing. Enjoy the bar.
That reminds me, I just remembered I should actually save. Saves. Hello? I'll just call this Yemen save. Done. Continue. Nothing new at the bar. There's Tomcat and a focused patron.
The trace amount of liquid left in their glass suggests the person was drinking
beer. Touch.
Don't bug people, please. You'll get us in trouble.
Talk.
Haven't I seen you at my tattoo parlor before? Give me a few minutes, okay? Sorry, but I'm pretty wrapped up in something important. Don't have time to talk.
I think this must have been like a patron thing. That's not how to draw a tattoo.
Haven't I seen you at my tattoo parlor before?
Okay, yeah. Okay, look. Party never stops at Stardust, over 24 hours a day. You work your way into the crowd and show off some of your best moves for a while. That was fun. The obnoxious beat is even louder and more obnoxious now. Let's see if there's anything back here. Look at the VIP bouncer, blue skin and a lot of bulk, a hybrid. Talk.
VIP's kind of full right now. Wait a bit.
This is definitely Pro ZD again.
It's a big club. Find another place to be. VIP's kind of full right now.
Spoiled milk?
Door bouncer must be slacking to let you come in carrying that. Hey, no custom controllers.
No custom controllers. Jesus.
This is the entrance to the VIP area. You don't just get to show ID and walk right in.
Alright. Let's talk to Tomcat.
Hey, y'all. How goes the search?
Let's see. We've been live for how long? 3 hours? After this stuff, I think I will be going. Oh, great. Hayden's apartment was ransacked and someone stole the data.
Shit. Well, I can't say I saw that one coming. I figured that they'd nab anything they needed the first time they hit the place. Huh. Any ideas who it could have been?
The walls had been spray painted with many grotesque human revolution slogans. It is possible that Hayden was targeted by the organization for his work at Parallax.
I just need to try and go to bed, like around this time because, I didn't get any sleep last night or the night before, really. Like, I got like a couple hours, but trying to make it up, like, in naps is really not working out.
While my development may have been a secret, he is rather well known for his work on virtual intelligence data. A layman would not understand the critical differences between myself and a VI, nor do I think the average Human Revolution member would care to make the distinction. Equally likely, it is an effort to throw us off the trail of who's actually done this.
Either way, we're going to check out the protest. At least getting knocked out gave us a lead. Talk to a Yannick Fairlight. He offered to introduce us to someone in the Human Revolution.
Right. Dr. Fairlight was very kind to point us in the direction of the Human Revolution protest leader.
Monica, you should watch, so on the 4 Pixels, side of things, I don't know if you were there. Were you there for Dark Cloud? I can't remember all of a sudden. I think it... Well, if you didn't watch Dark Cloud, you should watch the VOD of Dark Cloud, because I did that. Yeah, you should go watch that. That one's a good one, to chill to. Because I don't think I do anything, like, screamy or anything.
Hopefully we'll be able to get to the bottom of
Plus,
this
Coco
after
did have
interviewing him.
a stream today, and then there was one yesterday. They have pretty much a full week now. Excuse me.
Yannick Fairlight. When'd you run into him?
Oh, we were ambushed at the apartment and got hit with some kind of neural stunner.
What? Are y'all okay?
Yes, we made it to the nearby hospital, and Dr. Fairlight happened to be occupying the same room we were placed in. We had a discussion with him about Hayden's situation, then came here.
Well, shit. Things sure are getting more serious than I first thought. Y'all need to keep a sharp eye out. Being attacked means the bastards know you're looking now.
I'm confident in our ability to push on.
You know about Dr. Fairlight, Tomcat.
I can't say I know much about the man. Fairlight always was a bit of a shut-in. even back when he ran System 1, his old company. He didn't make any more public appearances after the merger between them and Parallax, but he was still working with them for 6 or so years past that.
And I'm confident in our ability to stop bullets. Survival, on the other hand. Oh god, yeah.
Nowadays, he shows up in the news once in a blue moon for some charity thing or another. But, well, it's all just rumor, but I've heard he holds a grudge about it hotter than the Clantons after the Earps.
Clantons after the Earps? What?
I'd take care to look this particular horse in the mouth real close if I was you.
Fair enough. We'll be careful of him. It doesn't matter. It's the only we've got.
Good. Now to lighten the mood. While y'all were chasing your tails, I managed to find a way into the Parallax network. Once I'm in, I should be able to dig out Hayden's personal info file easily enough, including anything related to him on all security clearance levels. If Parallax has anything on Hayden's situation, it'll be in there.
Fantastic, Tomcat. I knew Hayden's faith in you was not misplaced. How long do you think it will take you?
Well, that's where the rubber meets the road. Parallax actually has considerably better net security than the last time I cracked in. I'm gonna need physical access.
Oh, great.
I've got a good idea where a node for us to slice into is, but it ain't exactly in a nice part of town. In fact, police have basically wrote it off as a lost cause. Not enough profit in it. I know Jess has some contacts in that area. She's that girl that chewed you a new rear when y'all first came here. Yeah, it's a tough sell, but she might be able to help y'all get in and out of that part of the city without ending up in a parts bin at an organ shop.
And why does Jess have contacts in that part of town?
You might not be able to tell, considering her viper's tongue and penchant for hitting the club harder than she's got any right to, but Jess is actually an attorney.
No, that makes sense. That tracks.
She specializes in defending people in violation of the Human Protection Act and does almost all of her work pro bono. That's earned her a whole gaggle of pals amongst the hybrid community around here, as you might imagine. Ain't no one gonna cross her in that part of town. Black market hybridization ain't exactly HPA compliant, if you catch my drift. And none of them ever know when they might need her to defend them in court.
Profit. It's really gone to shit since the police privatized.
Hey, we ain't got it that bad. I mean, at least our police force owns its own self. I hear down in San Jose, the richer neighborhoods have actually started hiring the gangs to protect their places. When even the rich folks can't get good police work, it's a sad state for everyone else. And the less said about LA, the better.
Every part of that description fits an attorney. It's true. Tori and you have both expressed how attorneys behave. Fun. I guess I'll go grovel until she agrees to help.
That's the spirit. I need a little time to get all my tools together to slice into Parallax's network, but y'all keep me updated. Maybe y'all get lucky and find that data cache too.
YOLO. That looks so awkward typed out.
But I ain't gonna count on it. Jess is still hanging around here at Stardust, but I saw her head over to the VIP room. It's hybrid night, and she's a popular gal. Just please remember to play nice, or her friends will thump you something fierce. I'll send Jess a message letting her know that y'all are looking for some assistance, and we'll see what happens.
We'll be in touch, Tomcat.
Sure thing, huh? I've got to head on out of here and get started on setting up the run. Just have turn, let me know when y'all are ready.
Oh, I see Jess over there behind some ropes. Let's go over and say hi to her.
Tori, no, that's a VIP section. We can't go in there. Somehow we've gone in there.
Oh, hell no. Look, I'm really trying to have a good time today, and the Human Revolution crud muffins have made that very hard for me. And your interrogation this morning took a bad day to worse. I asked around about you, Journo, and I don't have anything to say to you. The last thing I need is you prodding at me without telling me you're press. Besides, the VIP section is only for hybrids and friends on hybrid night, and no way am I vouching for you. Hey, bouncer! We got a capital A asshole over here!
You heard her. Let's go.
How rude! She didn't even give us a chance to explain ourselves. We have to get back in there and try to be reasonable. Surely she will see the importance of our task once we've explained everything.
That's not how it works, Turing.
But that bouncer probably won't let us back in. Perhaps we should try befriending someone nearby and convince them to vouch for us? It's a statistical long shot, but the worst case scenario shouldn't leave an excessive amount of physical damage.
Hey, buddy. Need some hot tips? Well, see those crystal balls that pop up? Shoot them. They'll help you out. The rod of Asclepius. Mnemonic help. I can't do it. Asclepius? Okay, thank you. The Rod of Asclepius gives you life, the Dagger of Power gives your Zapper some extra charge, and the Eye of the Sun blasts away all the enemies on the screen. Kaboom! The morning sun vanquishes the horrible night, right? Okay.
No way I'm letting you back in.
I didn't do anything. I'm not a naughty boy. Oh, hey. I recognize that, friend. And I recognize... Okay, I remember kind of this area. Talk. Sorry, cutie. Not quite ready to play the room yet. I'm gonna try and get another drink into me first. Maybe I'll get something sweet. Come hit me up later. Oh, hi. Sorry, I don't really feel like talking. It's been a long day. Maybe after I have a few drinks in me. Maybe I'll get something a bit spicy. Okay, so... Which to woo? This one or this one? I like the look of the goat. Goaty boy. What a terrible night for genetic normality. It's true. Alright, Majid, I need a drink.
Hey, good to see you back. What can I do for you?
Can you give me access to the VIP?
Sorry, it's being rented out for a private party tonight. Hybrid night. I try not to judge, but I don't think this is your crowd.
I'd like a drink, please.
What are you having?
I need to get a sweet drink, so Dougie's and cream, probably?
Let me look up how to make them.
Drinktionary, the open...
Nope.
Oh, I got this, sweetie. This one is...
45% amaretto, 45% melon liqueur, 10% strawberry cream liqueur with a splash of tequila. That sounds fucking disgusting. Sweet or spicy? I think, if I remember right, I had better luck with the goat than the indistinguishable horned pink lady. Hold on, I heard the cat scream. Very strong and disgustingly sugary. Tastes like rock candy. Yummo. Oh, hello. Okay. It's too bad she won't come and sit next to me. She would be very entertaining. Ugh. Yumbo. Not even just Yummo. Turing's like ...
Thank you, hon.
Sounds good.
Here you go.
Alright, Dougie's and cream. Let's, Hey, you wanna drink?
Well, look who has good taste.
Oh, so okay, because I saw the pink weird horn lady, like, on the voice list, but, like, I assumed because they were noise, they wouldn't talk. And then I was just mistaken. Well, look who's the text. Yep, there you go.
I'm Sylvan. What's a wet drink like yourself doing here?
A wet drink. Probably the same thing as you?
Well, thanks for the drink. The club is a little dead tonight, so it's nice to see a new face. You know anyone here?
No, but I'm hoping to get to know someone.
Oh, are you? How very forward. Anyone in particular, or just waiting for something to catch your interest?
Okay, I gotta look up this guy's. Sylvan, Jeremy Baker. He's literally only done this voice role, apparently. Huh. Well, I do have a thing for horns.
You and everyone else, honey. Well, thanks for the drink, but I think I'm gonna play the room a little more. Maybe we'll run into each other again.
Do I have to buy him a drink every time? Or is that just... Okay, so, let's see. She wanted spicy. Either I fucked that up, or, you know... Oh, no. Talk. Need another drink,
Good to
because
see
I
you
fucked up.
back.
I'd like a drink, please.
What are you having?
Alright, let's see if we can find Sour Appletini, Hassy Spike, Rusty Nail, Drinking Game, TNF, Butch Flower, PT, Rademeister, Spicy Gentleman.
Hey,
That'll
hon,
work.
what's
Horns,
that
they're
in
like handlebars for oral sex. That's exactly what I've heard from other people. Odd, isn't it? Actually, that I'm screen capping that and sending that to Tori. She would definitely agree.
This one is...
2 parts vodka, 2 teaspoons of sriracha, 1 lemon twist, and finish it with a chili garnish. Taste of fire with a hint of zest. Fancy. Turing does not appreciate
Thank
being
you, hon.
outclassed. Well, okay, so I wanted to, like, finish this round at the area rather than, like, just that one interaction. Like, because it's more like, I'll move to the next, like, location, which will be back to the apartment and then save.
Here you go.
Because getting just the scene over is in my best interest. That way I don't have to worry about remembering what I was doing in the first place. Here.
How did you know what I was planning on ordering? Well, at least keep me company while I drink it. I'm Caitlin.
My name's Moon. Seems like you were alone for a while.
I'm usually a lot more sociable. Things have just been rough today.
Care to tell me about it?
My brother's going through gene therapy. He still has to go in at least twice a week for health and maintenance. There are Human Revolution protesters outside the clinic, making it even harder for him. They're always outside, harassing anyone coming in. It's exhausting.
I'm sorry to hear it's like that.
No one else lives around here, so I'm kind of all he's got. But it's not a big deal. He'll be done with the main set of treatments in a few weeks, and we'll be free of them. I just feel bad for everyone else they're messing with.
Sounds like you're in the home stretch. One of the sacrifices we make first be he's lucky to have you.
Aw, thanks a lot. I'm lucky to have him.
That's cute.
So, there's plenty of people here. What made you want to talk with me?
I noticed you had an empty glass, isn't that against the rules here? No one should be that bummed at Stardust, and I had this drink.
Oh geez, this really is my favorite drink. I have to wake up early for class, but I'm at the club, so I guess I'm already too deep in.
Everybody needs a break now and again. Oh, really? What are you studying? What are you studying?
Graphic design with a focus on advertising. I even get to do some local stuff. Trying not to brag, but the Zone 3 ad on the bar is totally my doing.
Oh.
I have some really good client relationships locally, and there's so many interesting people too, like you. Hey, it's been really nice talking to you, but I kind of feel like dancing now. You want to come with me to the VIP area in the back? I have some friends who might be over there. We can hang out with them. They'll like you.
Sure.
Great, let's go.
I guess it must have been you could have gone with both of them, and
Didn't
then
I
like,
say to beat it?
and then like you could go with like the second one or something.
We're guests of Caitlin. She said we could join her.
All right. But it's on her if you can't stay out of trouble.
I didn't do anything.
Hey! You have an incoming call, priority marked as urgent.
Well, hope you come by again.
Excellent. Sorry for making up the call. I'm still getting used to the whole subterfuge thing you humans do. However, we can take another run at having a conversation with Jess. We have a dragon to slay. Onward!
I'm trying to find the origin of Handleloss for a hook text. It actually comes from a webcomic. Really? Look at Broke, a skinny hybrid with green skin and pointy ears. Talk?
I'm ashamed to say I've gone on a few assy spike benders in my time.
Dan Rickert. Dan Rickert. Have you done anything, Dan Rickert? Only Broke, apparently. Okay. Speak. Alright, let's dance in. Look at Jess. It's Jess, your feline hybrid acquaintance, who hates your guts. Fuck.
And you're back. You know, as soon as I first saw you, I hoped you'd be dropped like a bad packet off the mesh net and I'd never have to see you ever again. So of course, I just got off the phone with Tomcat, practically begging me to help you out. You aren't so good at the long-term play thing, are you?
I think we got off to a bad start here.
You mean you don't stick both feet in your mouth every time you talk to a hybrid? Surprising. Let's just get one thing straight here. I'm only willing to talk to you because I owe Tomcat. I don't owe you shit.
Okay, thank you.
So if you want my help, you gotta do something for me. If you got a problem with that, tough. My neighborhood, my help, my rules.
Sounds fair.
I need you to break up those Human Revolution protests. The ones at the Genus Clinic on Market Street.
Okay.
I'd like this handled with some stealth. Not that I expect you to know what discreet means.
Okay.
Either way, just get it done. I got clients in the middle of treatment cycles, and this media circus is making their lives difficult. That means it's making my life difficult. Let the bastards go march somewhere else, like Washington. Not here.
I know it's not my business, but are you okay? You sound upset.
I'm just great. I'm peachy. My clients get harassed and beaten on the daily. I don't have the time or money to help them all, and I have jackasses like you bothering me on my one day off.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and talk to Caitlin if they don't like make you just auto leave.
So, you gonna braid my fur, and we can talk about all our problems and boys we like?
You're not telling me something.
Whoop-de-freaking-do, you figured it out.
Stop being mean.
Well, fine. Have it your way. You want to know what my deal is? You really want me to get sappy? Skin cancer.
Okay.
Stage 3. My prognosis was so advanced that the doc said my bones were already lost.
Jesus.
So I had to do something drastic. Completely restart my biology from scratch. You ever seen someone with a severe gene splice? From something freaky, like an insect? That's where hybrid tech began, you know. Where my therapy started. You can't imagine what it's like to have children cry from just looking at you. When people just see you and sprint the other direction. I had police following me everywhere I went. I lost my apartment. I lost my dignity. Eventually, I was lucky enough to qualify for the cute kitty cat cure to override the expression of the chitin.
Chitin. Chitin. Fibrous substance consisting of polysaccharides and forming the major constituent of the exoskeleton of arthropods and the cell wall of fungi. Huh. Huh. So she had like armor, basically.
It changed my life. I have my job and purpose because of it. The fur doesn't scare the rest of the world too much to let me exist. Better an otaku's fluffy wet dream than the monster from a horror VR drama from Japan. My mom still can't look at me straight. Not to get even mushier, but as a kid, she would sing me a song as she counted all the freckles on my face. She hasn't let that go.
That's fucking sad.
You know how your folks look at you when they figure out you finally had sex or did crash? It's like that. All the time.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Oh, now you're sorry. You haven't even
Jess,
heard the
please.
worst part yet. The amount of gene therapy I underwent exceeded the limit that the Human Protection Act allows for procreation.
So you got sterilized.
So yeah, the government freaking spayed me, if it all wasn't hilariously dark enough.
Holy shit.
First I'm too ugly to look at, now I'm too screwed up to breed. Saving my own life forfeited my right to be a person. The Human Protection Act. Ha! Apparently protecting humans doesn't include me. Only genotypicals could live in this city and truly think they're the ones who need some protection the most. In any case, I had some clean eggs frozen and we'll whip them out whenever I'm ready. Except keeping that shit on ice costs. And my insurance decided to just not pay up due to the elective nature of my feline gene therapy. So I took those bastards to court and won. And I've been doing the same thing for everybody else ever since. So, there you go.
Jess has the...
I got cancer, super science fixed me up and left me a freak, and then the government sterilized me so I wouldn't go out and make more little monsters. And everyone else gets to be the winner by default.
Jess is the major chip on shoulder character in
Happy now?
this. Yeah.
How's your savior complex doing? This is getting you off? Don't tell me you would have treated me better if you had. It's never true.
I didn't do
honesty
anything
more
to
than
you,
sympathy,
literally.
You know? Break up those protests, and then we'll talk.
See, that's why I needed to get that over with. It was like, Jesus fucking Christ. You don't have to come back to that and start
Alright,
with it.
Sounds like we know what we need to do next.
Because, like, just,
Let's go to
like,
Market Street and break up those protests for Jess.
the way this character works is she puts you on full blast because she has no other outlet. Because, obviously, she avoids genotypicals. And so she just puts you on full blast of all of her feelings, and then, you know... And then you get to become her acquaintance without being yelled at every time you see her. Oh my god! Oh my god, it looks like a little tree. Why? Hey, little Wilty, nice leaves.
Every bit will help in the end.
Touch. You'd rather let it suffer in peace. That looks nice now. Turing said not to water it anymore. Just leave it and send it good vibes. It'll be okay. Listen. In return for the sweet talk, the plant offers back some good vibes. Mother Nature herself is pleased. Okay, so we will save. There we go. Yes. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to the bed. Let me see, what was my new schedule that I worked out? Because I should be streaming tomorrow, maybe? Today's Tuesday, right? Come on, Google Sheets, open up. No, stop it. No, thank you. Stop. Possible content, stream schedule. Okay, so yeah. Wednesday, hopefully, I'll play that RPG that Marco bought me for my Christmas present, Heartbeat. Because I've been putting it off because I'm a huge weenie and it's going to take a little more brain power than I've had in the last couple weeks. So, hopefully, I will see you guys there. I want to start it at 9:30 CST, but if that doesn't happen, I will either do like a replacement stream later in the night or tweet about it. I've been putting off Banjo because I fucking hate it. I hate so much. I'm so angry about fucking... They're like, you need more notes to get in here. And it's like, I collected the notes. I collected every note I can possibly reach. What do you want from me? I'm going to die. And then the game's like, nope, fuck you. So, fuck that game for right now. I'm gonna see about actually getting a new N60 USB peripheral. N64 controller. Banana. Because y'all are right. It has a dead space on its analog stick, joystick, and I don't know. The B button and the A button felt laggy, so we shall see if I can get something to replace it. Anyway, fare thee well, bye bye, sleep well, good night.